Hey guys, can everybody hear me? Just curious, because last time I was a massive fail. Let me go down to the beginning, and then I'll go back and say, hey to everybody. What's up, Lord Needham? Can you hear me, brother? Testing, testing. My table's all out of whack. The way I've got it orientated, don't know what's going on there. Can y'all hear me? Robert, good, good, good. I hear a tiny echo from my phone, but if y'all don't hear it, that's good. My phone's what's filming down. Demonod 13 channel member, Joe Isabella channel member. I'm going up, guys. Marco channel member, good to see you, my brother, Lord Needham. What is up, buddy? We got Marco. I think I said hey to him. I know Metal Complex is still going. I did pin the general subscriber. I'll pin the membership one up there in a little while, but I pinned the video up there. If you guys subscribe, like, and then if you're new, just chat with some of the people in the group so everybody kind of gets to know you. Say hey to people. Marco Scammer, what is up, brother? We got Jim Miller, channel member from the state of Alabama. Good to see you, buddy. Sharp Guy ATX. Yeah, it's episode 50. I didn't even think about that until I was changing the tag today or the card. And I think when I first started doing lives from sitting over on the couch with my work webcam, I don't think I listed those. I'm not sure. But all my old terrible shit with my new terrible shit is all still on here for you guys to look at. Neil McKenzie, member for 6 months. I'm the wrong person to ask that to, but I have got just an absolute grail on its way in from a brother, from another mother in the community, and I am stoked. I'm glad you're here, buddy. I appreciate your support. Hope you appreciate you real quick, just to make sure everybody who's a member, sign up for or just leave a comment in the member giveaway video, because this Matthew Dagan Gurus is a really, really cool knife. It was one of my favorite Blade Series Kaisers. And it's just done very well. But somebody's going to win that. And then the one that's pinned is this guy right here. That's just all you have to do is be a subscriber and be familiar, so people in the chat recognize you, even if it's just from talking with them tonight. S35VN and G10. And then, of course, we'll have some kind of surprise, do something. So anyways, let's go up here. I see Fitabit. What is up, buddy? I saw you over at MC's. Kathleen, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. I think that's just about everybody. Cool. I'm going back down, because I don't want to get way behind. I watched Lefty struggle, and I know you can get behind. Scott Bruce 72 channel member, welcome, buddy. Greg Maroney channel member, welcome, buddy. Marisol channel member. I gotta reach in my pocket. Look what I've been carrying this week. I've got my second one coming. I know it's not a real big boy light, but I've got my F2 coming this week. So I did pick up another one of these, but I've been looking at them. But I'm trying not to go down that rabbit hole, Marisol, because I dropped a chunk on a grail today, thanks to one of our brothers in the community. I'll wait for the unboxing, which should be tomorrow on that, by the way. Let me get that. Channel member, what is up? Colby, my man, what is going on? I saw him over at MC's. You can't even communicate over there. I mean, I had to, just, it goes so fast, I feel bad. That's why I like it when it's slow. Low key, chill. Jason Rogers, what is up? Channel member. Ed, channel member, what is up? It's good to see all you guys. I hope everybody had a good week. Kevin Wine, thank you, my man. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much, dude. glad you're here. Hope everybody is registered. We've got the subscriber giveaway, which is pinned in the comments. I never publish those, any in the titles. I don't want to draw people in here for those. I think I've told you my philosophy. These are knives that are in my collection that I bought, with the exception of the Corgi, which Migueron was nice enough to send me, and the Corsair, which they were nice enough to send me. But so I just want to make sure that they go to guys and gals that are part of our deal here. So I appreciate all of you. Make sure you definitely register for the giveaways, and then we'll have another one that we just do random. I appreciate you, Kevin. Robert, I am a guitar guy, dude. That was my before COVID. Before, this is funny because everybody talks about Sezzle like it's a new thing. Well, before, and I can't remember, I think it was America's Music, but before COVID, I started because I've always had a Strat Plus and I've always had my Guild Acoustic, and I recently got PRS, not the expensive one, it was about 600, but anyway, it's a PRS, the not the made in America one, and I always had a Fender Blues Deluxe, but I started buying my Ultimate pedal board because I used to play in college and after college. And I always used, back then it was Digitech, GSP 21s, multi-effects processors. I never really had a good rack. So I bought a Voodoo pedal board and built it out with like $2,500 worth of sweet shit. I'm a Grateful Dead guy. So a lot of it, I've got a Mutron, which is that that tone that kind of sounds like a modulated wah-wah pedal. But yeah, dude, that was my big addiction. And then right when COVID started, American Music stopped their paying for, because like I've got a little Yamaha, awesome little, I forget, it's an X something, little gray or a little tan amp that I have sitting right next to where I sit down that I plug my PRS into. I bought another amp from them, a bunch of effects, but I was just paying them for because it made it not as painful, right? But I kind of kicked that for a much more dangerous hobby, habit, whatever we want to call it. But I do want to talk about this guy that I got on a whim and kind of a prayer. And y'all tell me you're not hearing an echo. I can live with it. I'm scrolling down the bottom to see if y'all see no echo. I'm looking for a no echo. That is sweet. All right, good, Junior Miss. Thank you, buddy. All right, I'm gonna go back up because I missed a whole bunch of people, but I'm gonna try to get way. Twang Thang, speaking of guitars, still at work. Have a great live, buddy. We'll be here when you get done. Member for 8 months. I appreciate you, brother. Leave a comment in that Kaiser video because you do not have to be here to win on the member giveaway. All you have to do is leave a comment. Man, if I missed some of you guys, there's Chris Hinkle. I missed him, channel member. Level on up. What is up, brother? Channel member. We got Carco here. Carco is the man, the myth, the legend, and the reason that I've got an unboxing coming. If not tomorrow, it'll be Monday, that I can't talk about. But thank you, Carco. You are a gentleman, a scholar, and my brother from another mother. Who else? Thomas McDonald, what is up, buddy? Good to see you, channel member. Let's see. We'll start talking about knives. Craig, channel member, what is up? Paul Mills, my man. Good to see you, buddy. Paul and I are bad influences on each other. My buddy, my local buddy, A to Z EDC, has got a new, I guess, strategy. When I send him a text like I did about 1 o'clock this morning, and then followed it up with a text about 11 o'clock, he just doesn't reply to them because he doesn't want to contribute to either my good or my bad decision. I can respect that. I really think he hates sync, but it's neither here nor there. I think I said hey to level one up. Everybody's saying hey to each other, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Marisol, I think I said hello to you when I was showing you my little F2. And I know it's not a banger light, but What's funny is when I did the unboxing, I didn't know that you soft clicked. I think you even messaged me to tell me that. I figured it out before the end of the unboxing, but I'm so green. Absolutely so green. Pretty fly for a knife guy. What is up? Bluetooth Blades. Good to see you too, my man. I saw your rig earlier. Oh my gosh. I've got a critter who's jumped in. Let me add him to the stream real quick.
Hang on, I'm still getting everything lined up.
Okay, buddy. I'll pull you off. You thumbs up down there when you want to come up. Uh-oh, that was quick.
Yeah, I just didn't have my camera angled right when I first turned it on. I had it pointed too high, too up.
Dude, it is good to see you, man. Your beard is looking freaking regal. Have you shown said Stevie?
No, I hadn't. I mean, I didn't
screenshot this. I wish I could go back and screenshot it when I watch it, because I'm telling you, dude, I think you might have the beard right now.
Has Sid Stevie ever been in the chat in one of these?
Yeah,
I know Matt.
I can send him a link, but I don't know if he and Maddie go live right after us.
I know, but I know Maddie will show up in the chat sometimes, but I don't.
I watch him a couple of times a week, so I'm on beard patrol. He's got he's got the beard.
Oh yeah, I know.
What I'm looking at now, it's making me question. If y'all were sitting side by side, who's really got the beard? Dude, it's impressive.
Well, I know he got his trimmed not too long ago. I mean, I'm not good with time, so I mean, it could have been 6 months ago, hell, for all I know. I mean, every day goes by so fast, so.
And he may. I've got a couple of knives out here trying out my new iPhone pointing down at my table, but one of them is the Grant Gripper, because mine, I've been spine wiping it, and it's solid. But Jason's going to come on, I think, later and kind of talk about that. And, because that's going to be something. I don't know if y'all saw MC's live tonight, but he mentioned it and really gave much love to G-Ball and thought it was a great video. And he's just afraid that there are going to be so many people that come out that make videos that aren't as well, I guess, done as G-Balls and start slamming on makers and get the wrong idea, right? Because he did the same thing with his EMP EDC. Which one? The Metal Complex. He had his glove on, and his Null Knives Voodoo, and he whacked it, and he couldn't get his to fail.
You know how I feel about the whole spine whacking thing. I've never fucking used a knife backwards.
Well, and
I've never.
I can understand people getting upset with it, and I'm naive, but I've always thought a frame lock, part of its strength comes from the fact that you're holding it.
Right. You're squeezing the lock.
So even if I'm swinging back like 4 and I hit the spine on some concrete, I'm holding that locked up as a rock.
And I'm not trying to give 100% pass, but when people start whacking on
pass, I think the lock geometry, because some don't fail. None of them should fail.
Well, the thing is if I'm sitting here beating the back of it on a table, there's also the vibration that can cause the lock to shift. But that's beside the point.
Scott,
the thing is,
sorry, dude. I almost said Scott.
If the knife just closes,
I'm here in the background.
I didn't hear what you said.
Well, Mersault says it me or is Javon's mic fucked up? And I can hear my iPhone, I've got it muted, and I've got it muted here. But I can hear a little bit of an echo just coming out of it for some reason. But I'm using it as his camera.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Mersault, I'm trying to see if he's hearing an echo or if it's just something else.
But like I said, I don't do anything crazy or extravagant with a knife to where, I mean, there's a line, and that's what I don't want anybody to get all tore up about. There is a line where the knife just fucking fails for shits and giggles, and beating it on a countertop. There's a difference, and so don't think that I'm saying that, a knife closing that's supposed to be locked, true lock failure is not a problem. It is. What I'm talking about is the stakes that people put into spine whacking sometimes gets a little out of hand, and they completely shut down an entire knife maker, an entire knife genre, or whatever the case may be, because it's prone to failure. They've gone after ZT for years over, random knives that have had failure issues, and none of mine have ever failed. And I've even went and spine whacked them because Joe Blow says that they're failing. And I went and spine whacked mine. I've never had one fail. I've never had any.
Clear on spine whack space, just to show you that I have tried to spine whack my to recreate. Now mine's got the black. Can y'all see it? I got it on the clip.
But
that's just my sample, right? That's one blade. But again, that's, to me, I can see it being problematic on a liner lock or a button lock where the locks are internal and you never have any. I've always thought, and didn't Chris Reeve come up with the frame lock, or did I make that up?
No, Chris Reeve is the one who came up with the frame lock.
The engineering behind that is the fact that you're going to be holding it so it further engages it. Because I thought I'd read that somewhere. You are
correct. You are correct. Chris Reeve took the Walker liner lock and made it into a integral lock. That it became a part of the frame scale, and that is the logic behind it, is that when you are holding the knife to use it, you're holding the lock bar on top of the fact that, the lock bar is engaged on top of it.
I'm going to do it on my iPad, brother. Keep talking, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, I'm just saying that you're right with the way Chris Reeve, when he talked about it, that was his thought process.
Right. Well, it always made sense to me because with the whole, when the raccoon thing happened, the particular one that Lefty sent me that I ended up giving away, it didn't fail when I spine whacked it. So that was one of the things. What's up, G-Ball? Hey, did you know Metal Complex was shouting you out, dude?
Well, and sometimes they have to settle in,
My only question was, it seems like if you're holding a frame lock, and my gripper, which I just whacked, has not failed, but it's black. But when you're holding a frame lock, any frame lock, your grip, when Chris Reeve designed it, is also holding it in place. So I'm thinking if you went back and hit like a piece of concrete accidentally because you were going to whack something, isn't the grip on the knife gonna make that lock not fail? That's always my thought on a frame lock. That's why I've never tested them that way. But MC was giving you huge love, and he was talking about. Have you seen his live? You need to go back and watch his live. You'll get a lot of you get a good push from that. Let me send this real quick. Talking about brother Critter.
I'm not saying that there can't be an issue, G-Ball. I'm saying that if you're cutting something to the depth with a pocket knife that you have to worry about the blade getting stuck and the knife closing on you, you may need to switch to the more appropriate tool, which would be a fixed blade. I'm not one of those guys. I'm a mechanic. I don't believe in using a screwdriver as a pry bar. I mean, I don't believe in using a folding knife as a camp axe. I don't believe in using a fixed blade as a camp axe. I believe in using a camp axe as a camp axe. It's just a difference in philosophy, and I just don't. And I'm not saying you did. I haven't seen the video. I've been at work all day. We're in an outage, and so life is fun right now for the next 2 weeks. Well, I got a week left. But
Track, welcome, buddy.
uh, I just don't. I've seen so many companies get smeared and smashed, and makers and designers over something that, uh, not. I don't want to say it's irrelevant. Like I said, I don't want anybody to take it as me saying it's irrelevant, because it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's good. It's good information. I would have never thought. My whole thing is that's something I just never thought to do on a frame log.
And I've been in the knife community for 40 years. My dad was a knife collector. I was raised in it, and I have never thought to do that. I was raised from my earliest memories when all you really had was, mostly slip joints, except for the Buck 110 and a Western and a case. Had ones that looked just like the Buck 110,
right.
And those locked, but those you even still treated it as a slip joint. And I was taught that just because the blade supposedly locks doesn't mean it's impervious. And with lockbacks, I've actually been doing something I shouldn't with a lock knife and pushed the lock back in and closed it on my hand. Because that's something that can happen when you're pushing on a lockback knife. And the meat of my palm, right, this part of my palm, pushed down on the lock and release the lock mechanism. And I actually still have that knife. It's an old Western. Like I said, it looks like a Buck 110. And in 40 years until the YouTube knife community started, I never thought of spine whacking a knife because I never thought it went that way. To me, it goes edge down. And like I said, I was raised, that if I'm in a camp, I carry a camp axe. If I'm, and I do get the whole mental process of bushcraft survival, but use a bushcraft knife, not a pocket knife. And yes, I know if you're into preparedness that you always train to use your last ditch item, which is, your pocket knife. Actually, it's a sharpened rock, but, that's still putting too much emphasis on something that could hurt a company that's. Like I said, I think it goes too far, and I'm not saying what G-Ball's video went too far. Like I said, I know G-Ball is a straight up guy, and he just wants what's best for his knives and for the community. He doesn't have one of those ulterior motives that some people do. His is just cool shit that he can beat the fuck out of and play with, which is, that's completely fine. And it's completely fine that if it bugs him, it just, like I said, use it normal, don't use it backwards.
Yeah, I didn't want to get off, and y'all go ahead. I'm going to turn my phone off for just a second because I can't get my Instagram to work, and I want to send Scotch a thing. So hold on one sec, kids.
But and I think Best Tech is who made the gripper,
right? And the
how many 100,000 knives have they made this year?
Oh yeah, a bunch. Because they were.
And so to have a bad batch or a bad handful of knives come out is, unfortunate. But when you produce hundreds of thousands or millions of items, you're going to have unfortunately, you're going to have some bad stuff get out. And you can't QC a million knives. That's just, and I know people are going to say, well, for $300 or $250 or $400, yes, they can. That's, like I said, you work in manufacturing of that nature, and you'll find out that even if you do try to QC every one of them, bad knives get out. Chris Reeve has sent out bad knives. I mean, obviously Hinderer has, obviously, you know, a lot of small batch makers have sent out bad knives. You know, it's very, when you're going through, you know, tons of something, you're going to make mistakes. You know, and that's the unfortunate side of it. And I'm just, every time it comes up, it seems like the community jam. What the hell are you doing, John?
Hold on. Bear with me, kids.
And what I was going to say is, it seems like anytime this comes up, there's a segment of the community that loves to snowball on other communities and just bash on them, or they love to get on that let's bash something. And so if something is flawed, it becomes a snowball effect where, I mean, it's that way in every community that I'm a part of. You know, it's that way with the raw denim community. It's that way in the boot community. You know, a company screws up and you've got a certain segment of that group, most people refer to them as trolls, that sit and watch and wait. And when somebody screws up somewhere, they just perpetuate it forward. They get on, they amplify it. They get on Reddit. They go from chat to chat to chat, you know, parroting it. And it's, you know, like I said, and I'm not trying to say any of this towards G-Ball's video. I'm just saying it towards anytime anything comes up that's a negative, you know, it just seems to snowball and hurt the community as much as it helps.
Right, because there are people that'll see the success G-Ball's had in his video because it's a good video and start trying to use that, like you said, for whatever reason, to take a grudge out or whatever to get views.
Well, and some people, that's what'll happen is, it's, you know, negativity. I mean, if you know this, you put up a sketchy title, it's going to get more views than a wholesome title. You know, that's just how it works. You know, so somebody sees G-Ball's video, and you know, G-Ball is articulate and it explains it and breaks it down and is really unbiased. But then somebody that listens to it only takes that half of his story. They don't take the other half. And then they just run with it. And then they're over here saying this and over there saying that. And like I said, and I always get upset when anything bad comes. And I know bad shit comes up in the community, but it always, it's something I've been a part of for so long that I just like, I hate when just bad stuff comes up. What up, Steve?
Bad stuff coming up. Did you see Shane's video? His live last week? He had 2.
Yeah. I caught part of one of them, but then another one popped up, and I thought it was
more information. He got it. This officer of mass had been scamming some people in the community, and one of the people that did the wire transfer had the number and gave it to Shane. Shane called it, and it was Tim Morgan, Monster 38. He was Ben Sharp Thoughts. And he's been back in the community as Officer as NAS, and he's been sending out these messages to people because he's been in chats for a couple of months saying that he and his partner, they're cops, they were beaten with baseball bats and they need cash. So he fell in a Benchmade for like $150. That was just one of the scams. And then when Shank got in touch with him, he claimed it was just a fluke, that no, it's not my number. Somebody's using mine and my son's identity. You know, which is bullshit. What's up, Steve? I'm not ignoring you, buddy.
Oh, no, I was waving to the guys in the chat saying hi, Marisol and M-Bomb and 5-Door. And
I liked your video. It prompted me to make one that I hadn't made yet, that you made in the trailer when y'all were on the job site, I guess yesterday, about scammers. Because it's going on. It happened in a Facebook group to a buddy that I'm not going to out, but they were in the chat, and it's scammy, and it's something I'm going to look into with my digital marketing prowess. But I thought that was a great video. I just didn't know if you were going to be home. It sounded like you were on your way to be done. You had a couple of touch-up things, punch jobs, or these little things.
Oh, it's just the job from hell. God, it's just never ending.
You've got my phone number, don't you?
I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna put it after this. I'm gonna DM you and make sure you got it. Put me in your phone.
Will do.
Check this out.
Embalm, let's pass this month because I'm gonna be gone a bunch. So,
have you seen this? My little first custom light. This is a FocusWorks F3 aluminum. Little I forget what size battery. It uses rechargeable 14500s.
we'll get Javon in the boots.
It was on sale at Urban EDC for $185, less 40% off. And then Black Friday, they have a FocusWorks 2, which is a little bit different. It uses the same battery, and it was on sale. And guys, I'm going to show y'all a sale, and I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I am real quick to buy shit when I feel like it's a good deal. And let me show you guys something. I don't know if it's a good knife. I bought it because it struck me as something that was cool, and I've got something in my hand that is a really good knife. I picked up a drift finally, and I love the 9, but they've got this Black Friday sale going on. Right here, look, the large IQ. Oop, it went back up. Nope, that's not it. Hold on.
Big sponsor.
Yeah.
Man,
Right here. See that right there, dude? Greg, thank you, member for 4 months. That is the large IQ flipper knife, hollow grind, M390, was 300, it's 149 bucks. They got it in black tie and in regular tie, which is a great deal. It doesn't say anything about it being a second. I ordered it. They don't know me from Adam's House Cat, so I'll review it realistically. But I don't know how many they've got. Let's see. Not the LMAX. You got to go to their sale page. On their homepage, they've got a sale page. Let's just do that, so y'all can see how I found it the first time, because it was a fluke. So if we go to their homepage, there should be a Black Friday right here. So I went shop now. And the top 2, they've got this large IQ and the IQ L in black, 149. And these others are much cheaper than they were, but none of them struck my fancy, right? But the IQ always did. And the fact that it's a large IQ, I want to say it's 3.4-inch blade, 7.7 inches overall, but thin, micro mill. I don't know. I couldn't pass it up. When I picked this up after Tri-State, just had a terrible experience with it. This is the Quiet Carry Drift in Van X. And I guess this is, I can't tell what color it is. Maybe a bronzy dark color. This is the regular size drift. So it's a small drift. They're out of the large drift. But dude, this thing is thinner than my TRM Atom. And my TRM Atom is a liner lock. And if you look at that, the blade stock's thinner. It is done very well. I think this one with the micro milling was 310, and they've got a regular one with just smooth scales for like 300. Van X, it's in their Ocean series. NFK20, what is that, brother? Channel member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Steve, did you pick up anything while you were gone?
No, I mean, I'm just waiting on all that stuff I bought last week to get here. So I'm heading out Monday to go fishing for a week, and I'm guessing it's not going to get here before I leave, which is kind of a bummer. So
where are you going deep sea fishing or in
No, I take the guys down to right on the border of Oklahoma and Texas every December.
big lakes?
Yeah, it's Lake Texoma. So
What do y'all fish for? Largemouth bass or
striper.
what's
It's
up?
a hybrid bass. So You guys get
Cool.
a kick out of it. So
This came in from brother Paul Mills, one of my trades. I've started trading knives.
you've
Start
just
that,
opened up a whole new world.
dude. I love this
Trade.
design. I love my 207 because it's small. But I mean, it's a matter of time before I fall off. I just think it's got such a unique design. I'm pissed off they stole from Eppengrove, but besides that, it's a damn good knife. And the Protech versions, both the ones I've gotten, this one's in 154 and that one's in Magna Cut, they're perfectly centered. They lock up perfectly and they kick like a horse.
Yeah, Protects do. Man, for me, there's just not a better fitting knife for me.
Now, that's the what size. I still get confused about how Striders are sized out. What would the PT or the SNG be close to?
The SNG, so the SNG is here, the SMF is here. The
So they do make
SNG,
they make a Strider SNG,
a Strider SNG, yeah.
and it's the same size as this
It's about the same size as a Hinderer.
XM18.
Yeah, it's bad.
So do they make a Strider PT that's the same size as this little guy?
Yep,
Really?
yep.
Are they
Yeah,
rare?
those are all Strider designs. They just,
Well, I figured they were. I knew
Yeah.
it was a collaboration like they did with Eppengrove, but
Yeah.
I was just kind of curious. I was just curious. I'm sorry, guys.
post that in the Strider group and see if you last a week.
Have you noticed I haven't shown up over there yet? Dude, I did a solid. I mean, brother, I'm not going to out it yet because I've got to do an unboxing, but I went fucking nuts grail wise today at about, well, it actually started about 11:30 last night. Brother Carco is a rock star and put me on a piece that I was kind of oogling on over at Nasdaq. And like, dude, I've got you. $200 less, much nicer knife. I'm just over the moon. But I don't need to buy anything else. I need to sell some stuff. By the
Man,
way,
there was some nice drops today. DLT had that GEC drop.
what they have?
It was a mammoth bone or something.
Oh, a Great Eastern Company? Was it the Warncliffe? With the
No,
blue and white?
no, it wasn't a warrant. I don't know what the blade shape was. The site I'm on, there's like zero cell reception.
Hit me up on IG if somebody's just dying for a PMP Tianto and M390.
I heard you guys talking about that Officer Naps on Monday, you and Pocket Metal.
Yeah, well,
Using
well, your video I didn't watch because I was driving when Shane's live stream happened, the first one, and I hadn't had a chance to go back and watch it because I was in between taking care of my dad and doing some shit. But when I saw your video, I figured that he made a plea to everybody use their platform to make people aware that there are people out there that aren't as good as they are, right?
Yeah.
Your video made me think that he must have mentioned something, so I meant to do that, and we'll do it this weekend at some point. Because I'm that guy. You were right. I went to woke up one morning. It was about 5 o'clock. I Googled for some reason Vox Chill, and I'm a digital marketer, right? I work in the world of SEO, organic search, and paid search, right? And knife companies can't buy AdWords; they're banned, prohibited category. So I put this in, and under Blade HQ and a couple others, this website came up that was called Fox Knives or Fox Knife. Looked kind of legit. If I paid more attention, it wasn't at all legit because all the pictures even had the Blade HQ behind them. My point was it was ranking organically in the search. I clicked on it. The knife was $95, way too cheap. Red flag number one. Went to check out. It was PayPal. Red flag number two. When I went through with my PayPal, because I'm on my phone, it's a friends and family thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I go through with it because I'm just at this point in just brain dead mode. And I'm what I would consider a wise shopper, right? And then immediately reached out to PayPal and said, wait a minute. They're like, dude, you fucked up. You went friends and family, and it went to some guy, Michael something. And that website stayed live for like 9 days. I didn't report it to anybody. except people on the channel. And then Tri-State was doing it on a Sunday or a Tuesday. He was scrolling the internet and he came across another website because he'd searched for another knife and it was similarly laid out. I know it was the same people, right? So it goes on quite a bit. There's not anything to stop a fraudster from getting a site on Google, doing some SEO keyword stuffing, because you know you're not there for the long haul. You want to trick the algorithm for a short amount of time to get as many fish as you can, right? And at first they didn't even take the time to clean up the pictures. It was that much of a scam, but they were legit enough for Google to rank them legitimately, organically, because the knife industry is a prohibited category from ads. So they don't get the same protection of scams that a lot of the other companies do.
What happened to dark gravity?
I'm still here. I'm doing business.
Okay.
Oh, that's what okay. I thought
he's-
maybe something happened to his phone, but he's just he's selling shit.
If he's sideways, he's doing business.
I wish I knew, not that it matters, which OEM made these quiet carries.
Aren't they from Taiwan?
Huh? Well, somebody said that, but I don't think anywhere on their site does it disclose that, which is one of the problems. But this knife, I wish I could remember which brother sold me this, but somebody in the community had picked up too and thought I'd really like it. And it's not my normal jam. It's the Quiet Carry 9. And dude, this knife is amazing. It's an amazing slicer. It's got amazing action. I want to say it's CPN 20 CV. And then I got the little drift because it's one of the OGs. And Tri-State had just a mess. I need to reach out to him and find out what his deal was. Was it warranty? Was it centering? Was it? I want to say he couldn't get it centered, which I think it's on bearing or bush or washers. Did you sell it, or did you counter?
Yeah. No, the guy asking a question. I don't know how the hell he got them because I've already sold them. He's asked me about a pair of pants that I got that I've already sold. On some of the sites, it'll show the stuff that you've sold.
He's probably looking at another pair and he's trying to find, or he's got a pair like it and he's trying to see what he should sell it for.
No, it's probably what he's doing is he's a dumbass because it's on Depop.
Even better.
And I get a lot of stupid questions on Depop.
I know you don't watch my videos, but you remember this knife, don't you, that I got from...
I do watch your videos. I just can't watch all of them because all you motherfuckers put out 500 a day now, it seems like.
I try to do at least one every morning at 5 a.m. and then an unboxing during the day or some kind of maintenance video. I've got to get a playlist for my maintenance. But remember, what's his name, the little dude at St. Nick's? That sold me this. The guy that sold me this from St. Nick's. Dylan, yeah. So Dylan reached out to me when I was still at Spectrum, and he said, hey, man, I got an email from EDC Supply. These originally shipped with the stonewashed hardware. It was supposed to be black. Do you want me to get you a set? And I said, sure. And I'm sure he got it, and he forgot about it, right? I never followed up, didn't even think about it. Well, I was browsing Brian Brown's website because his Instagram took me there to look at the Jaeger V3. And I noticed that he had hardware kits. They were all sold out. But he had individual pieces of black hardware, everything but the backspacer. So I reached out to him, just an email. Hey, Brian, this is John. He doesn't know anything, no channel, nothing. I bought a Jaeger from you. I met you at a couple of shows. I bought it secondhand from a guy who just bought it, so I didn't get the black hardware kit. Do you happen to have the black backspacer? Or if not, if I buy the individual hardware, how much of each do I need to make it black? And he said, John, I'm sorry. What do you say? I don't have any black backspacers, but if you use this code, I've got the hardware entered for you. You put the code in, it'll have exactly what you need. I'm not going to charge you for it, just shipping. Which I thought was a solid, right? Just a nice guy. So I took him up on it, paid like $7 for shipping. It came in, and I was going to leave the black clip off because I didn't have a black backspacer, which I still don't. But I had the black hardware, right, that matched the blade. So long story short, after he did me a solid, I went back to his. Dude, this takes double row skiffs now. They're just, I mean, unbelievable. Different skiff than the original they had for this. But anyway, I went back to the site and picked up, since there's about to be the V3, he had his Zerk kit still available on sale. So a Zerk whip and a Zerk pivot collars and a Zerk backspacer, which you really can't see with my shitty lighting. But at least it draws the clip, the collars, and a backspacer together, right? And I'm a dumbass who buys shit for knives. Ooh, D-Metal has thrown some logic up there for us. Hold on, buddy. I've got to pull up, because it probably doesn't say that. I'm not trying to give false information. I've got to pull up my other YouTube that allows me to click. Y'all bear with me. Let's see what we've learned. Probably tells us that they are made in Taiwan. I like quiet carry. I'm a huge fan. I've got the waypoint that I won. Here we go. And then I bought the 9, which blew me away, from a buddy in the community whose name I forget. I can't remember it right now. I'm an idiot. All right, can y'all see that? Wow, the large IQ that I just bought for $149 is a limited run with Best Tech Knots, but everything else is made in Taiwan. So what Lefty was asking, which is curious, and I've had a really long talk with Andrew Demco in Nashville. He was very open, very transparent. He confirmed my suspicion that the arcade from Flytanium was made in the same Taiwanese plant where the 80-20.5 is made, because since that was the first time he was licensing his lock, he wanted to kind of make sure everything was done right, which I respected him for. He was very engaging. But like Lefty said, he doesn't even know where to find a name for a knife maker in Taiwan. He said it's not like out there. There's not, and is he just not? I would think Lefty'd be
Who does knives in Taiwan? Cold Steel.
Right.
I mean,
I know
Don't
people
they
who have
pretty
a
much own the
there.
plant though there? Or
Lefty's
is it?
point was he didn't know any vessel to reach out to an OEM in Taiwan as someone like Devo or someone like,
Yeah.
I want to be in the next
Is that
quiet.
because these bigger companies, they're pretty much OEM stuff there? Like, doesn't Spyderco get some stuff done in Taiwan?
Yeah,
I think
their best stuff comes
Spyderco, yeah, their best stuff comes from Taiwan, Taichung, Taiwan.
Mhm.
But
I'm gonna grab something while you keep talking.
SOG uses Taiwan, Cold Steel uses Taiwan, and Demco does. And that's the only ones I can think of.
So is it one of those
Do you
things
guys
where
think
maybe
of
it's a
a
co-op
company
where
over
they
there that
bought
would be an
the?
OEM that's out there? Has anybody heard of an OEM in Taiwan that would work with any company?
I'm guessing it's something like they give them so much business, they pretty much own the plant. That plant just does their stuff.
Well, yeah, and Taiwan, I mean, truthfully, is very small. I mean, it's an island, and half the island's a fucking mountain. And so I don't know the population of Taiwan. I'm just saying that it's not like, very big, though, to have, dozens of, or multiple, knife plants. I wouldn't think. I would think it would be, just a handful of them at the most. Maybe the one Cold Steel and Demco uses, the one that Spyderco uses, and I don't know which one like SOG would use, but because I know some of SOG's higher end knives used to be made in Taiwan, some in Japan, some in Taiwan. I don't know if they still are.
I think
I don't know.
Demco would have had an in from his relationship with Cold Steel. But if you've got a company that's smart and small, like Quiet Carry, that was able to start up, why are people like Lefty and Colin, who are trying to explore all their possibilities, unable?
I mean, the only thing I would know, the closest thing I know would be to look for knife makers in Taichung, Taiwan, because that's where Spyderco stuff's made.
Right.
And so maybe in theory they do like China does or Japan does. Most knives in Japan are made in Seki City. Most knives in China are made in the same area. It's like from what I've heard other, and I don't remember who, but other YouTubers, maybe even Lefty, describe it that like all the knife makers, the reason Best Tech is a middleman, I guess you would say, like a contractor, and they subcontract everything out, is because all the Chinese knife makers are like in one city or in one geographical area, and so Taiwan may be the same way. Maybe all the knife makers are in Taichung.
Steve, do you own any American Demcos? Any?
Yeah, I've got an 80/20.
I reviewed A to Z when we went to Nashville. That's my big regret. And it was because of the fucking
I watched
asshole.
your
I think I
video.
told you all about the asshole and his loudmouth wife. That in hindsight, being 2020, I should have kicked his knee out when I had that line shot. It would have been a cheap shot, but he was asking for it. And that way I wouldn't have had to sit there and stress over him and his wife bitching over money, waiting to get up the table. But anyway, he had seconds for $400, but A to Z, and I should have, but I haven't bought my Dustin Driver yet, or my Colin McGuire, the two main reasons I went, right? So I didn't want to leave myself, but after A to Z let me, he bought a machine ground slicer titanium, just raw tie. I think it was $600 table price. I could have bought one, I didn't. I could have bought a slicer, green or orange or red G10 second, where Andrew was sitting with me showing when I was a second. I couldn't even tell him the blade for $400. I didn't. I'm an idiot. I bought this for $200 because it seemed more my jam. But my point is, I got to hang on to A to Z's to do a review of it because I've always been a Demco fanboy. A lot of people don't like the Shark Lock, but I love it. And I thought that the big American-made Demco would be more clunky, dude. A to Z, right there, you were bringing my knife. I was like,
I'm not a fan of the 20.5, and I'd always wanted an 80/20, and my buddy sent me his. Pretty much.
Well, that was.
And it completely changed my mind. It's such a different knife.
But y'all are big-handed guys, and that was A to Z's point. See, the Shark Cub for me is great. I mean, this is aluminum, 20 CV, made in Taiwan, really thin, $200. But I thought that the full size would be less D10-y, more clunky, I guess. And I was wrong. That knife blew me away after living with it. And the slicer blade, which this one is in the small version, but the slicer on that big boy, which is about the same size as a full-size horsey, was money. I mean, that thing was just, I can't imagine what his hand ground blades are. But dude, when I got to the table, and I've seen a couple of them show up at different retailers. So the asshole guy and his wife, it was not the nice people. What's her name? Coco and from
E-Knives.
They were there, but they're nice. I mean, I talked to them. But this guy and his wife dropped 18 grand, 18 grand, and bought about 4 knives. And they must have been hand done because they were, a couple of them were the short, I guess 80/22. Is that the
one that he came out, was that Blade Show? He dropped.
And they had some anodizing on the handle. Nothing really fancy you could tell on the blade. And then some 80/20s with fancy handles. And I want to say they were $2,600 each table. So what would make a Demco knife that much more than a $600 titanium machine ground made?
Because he ground it.
Okay.
Yep. His customs are he grinds. He does they're not the machine ground. He grinds the blades. And sometimes the scales are plain and sometimes they're all done up.
Well, we all want that custom touch, but as a machine ground blade, well, I guess it can't be as good if you've got a good blade smith, right? You're going to get a better.
I've had zero issues with my 20. I sold I had another 20 that I sold to Marisol.
Is it a machine ground?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I sold him my G10.
Is 600 about the range for those in titanium?
New, or if you can get it at the table, I paid considerably more for mine last year.
Because I would think they go up in value on the secondary, right?
On the secondary, they have come down. So like if I were to sell mine, I'd lose money. I wouldn't get, like, I bought at the peak of the hype train. But I love the knife, so it's not going anywhere.
All
And
collectibles are going down.
just keep an eye out. He's been dropping more through retailers lately.
Where do you go to find them? I don't even know where to look for those.
DLT's done some. I hate
So I'm
Knife
on his
Center.
site,
Knife
and
Center
that's the
does a
site
lot
I
of
go
drops.
to
He does a
every
lot of
day.
business with them. It's called Demco Dynamics, is the Demco Facebook page.
I don't want to get in that eviliness yet because that'll lead me to Strider group and down all those rabbit holes that you're in.
That's how you
When I go
find
to his
out about the
page,
drops.
so Demco does drop knives on his page, kind of like TLM
Not
does.
really on his. He sends them out to his dealers.
So I've
Knife
gone
Center
to his
gets a lot of
dealer
them.
list. I went to his dealer page middle of the week and clicked on every dealer, looking at
Yeah.
what it had, to kind of see. And I guess they pull down sold listings because they don't
Yeah,
show.
and there's some of them I can't remember. A couple of them you can sign up for emails. It might be Knife Joy, but I mean,
like
600
Knife
for
Joy.
the titanium, 400 for 400, roughly around 400 for the G10. And in the Facebook group, that's those seconds that you were talking about, the blems, they'll drop them. His guys will drop them in there from time to time. They'll be like, "Hey, I've got 20 blems for $300 or whatever."
And if
So-
you ever buy a G10 8020, can you swap scales? Can you buy titanium scales from someone like
OG or his original goat.
Really?
Yep, they make them for like
Yeah,
$200.
they did great scales.
150, $200, and they've got like 3 or 4 different patterns you can choose from for milling. So
Yeah, Marty's supposed to let me know the next time they run 8015s. Have I shown you that since I too did the grind on it?
he did your 8015.
And he did my 4Max. I've got my
I know the 4Max. Yeah, the 15. Yeah, his
As a
customs.
matter of fact, I've got a Pena, a Hinderer XM18, and then I've got a couple of other knives that I need to send him. And I just don't. He told me just to do it, but I feel kind of guilty. But I've got to do it because a couple of them are. Jeff gave me the Pena and the Hinderer. He was so impressed.
I gave him shit earlier this week. He reground a couple other knives. I'm like, man, your wife's not going to be able to even have a butter knife in the house. It's not been reground.
Is he still wanting to reground stuff, you think? I mean, I don't
Oh, yeah.
He tells me he does, but I always feel like I'm being a bother if
I think
send him.
he just wants the practice, and it's amazing.
He doesn't need practice.
How good he's gotten. Like but I don't have that kind of skill that I would never. I couldn't imagine taking a knife to a grinder and.
Well, I've noticed that with every knife maker I know, from Jason to this Dustin Driver, even to this Colin McGuire. They're very. No, my stuff's not that special, and they're very hard on themselves. They sell blems. Like when Andrew Demco was showing me blems, I could not see a fucking thing wrong with it. He's like, no, there's can't you see in that blade finish? I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Since you're not doing anything important, why don't you pull up Applied Weapons Tech?
Oh, they got great scales, dude.
I know. I just saw where Jeffrey Dawson posted that they're doing native 5 lightweight replacement scales.
Dude, thank you for reading the chat. I get so spaced out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm the worst host. But I'm going to give y'all stuff.
Ian, you'll be lucky if it's 3 to 5 business days. It's more like 5 to 7.
Where do we want to look? Spyderco scales?
Yeah. He said they did native 5 lightweight scales. Oh, let me scroll up now. Yeah, I'm going to end up probably getting in trouble because I got that Maximet native 5 lightweight. And to get some
linerless? the linerless Cerakote or the linerless anodized, and they are different. They're the same price. I've got the Sniper Gray Cerakote on my Benchmade. I don't know the
I'm
difference.
sitting here. I'm sitting here trying to highlight shit on the screen.
I don't know why I don't know what the difference is. I would get the Cerakote at the same price because it gives you shit on top of the aluminum, right?
I actually, what I'll probably do is message him and see if he can flame a set.
Flame anodized.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, I will. I only have one set. I have a set of these right here. Where are they?
Because that would be,
Where's the mini Adamas?
are they tire or aluminum?
They're aluminum.
You should have wore these.
But that's lighter, dude. Aluminum's the way to go.
Love you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not. I would rather for that size knife. I would rather have aluminum.
You know what I don't see anymore? Did Benchmade? Here it is. I was about to say, did Benchmade tell them to stop? And you can get them with. I got the smooth. I don't know if they got pictures of the smooth because I didn't like that ribbing. It looked a little too ribbed for me, for her pleasure. That's what she said. So I got the smooth one. But that's the mini Adonis. So it takes away all the holes and it gives it more of a.
See, I like the mini Adamas scales, but that's just personal preference, I guess.
Doesn't that come? Is that an automatic only knife, or can you get that?
No, you can get it as a flipper. Mine's a flipper. Let me show it to you.
Is it?
Yeah, mine's a manual. You talking about the Adamas or the Adamas?
Ian Coates. What is up? Big hugs to you, brother.
You talking about the Adamas, Steve?
Yeah. The Adamas.
Yeah, you can get it in manual or auto. The auto is pretty fucking weak, though. I wouldn't waste my time with it.
I was in I can't remember where we were on the road. It was a hardware / gun store / whatever, and they had some Benchmade knives. I'm like, oh, hey, cool. And I picked it up, and it was the automatic. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, no, you can get the Adamas in a manual. I prefer the manual. I don't like now. Benchmade's button autos are fine. They're kind of lethargic though compared to a Protech or
like a screen door wind to quote Grateful Panic.
A Microtech, but they're still decent. But with the auto axis, I don't like it. I'd just rather have a regular axis.
Yeah, Protechs are, if you want a traditional auto, I think they've got the fire. But this knife, I can't center it. And I was trying to center it, and I had it up like this, like an idiot. And I was doing something with my pivot, and somehow my pinky finger was in there. And the blade just fell, just like that. And when it got to the D10, it fell. And I thought, thank God my nail saved me. And by the time I looked down, dude, it was cut through my nail, about halfway through my finger, through my palm. So I panicked and just got the liquid Band-Aid, what's that shit called, skin, and globbed it in there. So I had this glob of yellow shit. I was making videos at the time. People were commenting on what's wrong with your finger. Because I just lit it.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I thought my fingertip was going to fall off. Dude, it healed perfectly. But this knife is so sharp. And I guess the blade is so beefy. It's the worst knife, the worst cut since I've been in the knife game. Because I did cut myself opening a cat collar with my Kershaw chive pretty deeply. I had to go get stitches for that. I like the big rock eye. Is that the one you like, Ian, or the little guy? This is what you need, buddy. Either the full-size S&G, or if you want MagnaCut, the little PT 207 is my jam. I bought this one first, got the S&G because I just loved it. I'm a Strider guy. Thanks to that brand that shall remain nameless that got me in the door and got me a lot of shit, got me canceled on YouTube.
How did it get you canceled on YouTube?
Because he talked about it 24/7.
I talked about it for a couple of days because I was blown away by how well it was done.
Well, I mean, it's a quality built knife.
Dude, I took it apart. I mean, I won't bring it up anymore, but it's still in my case. It'll probably end up eventually going to Mateo, but to me, it's a marvel at $79.
I mean, there's a lot of great knives though at $79. I mean, all you're paying up for
I called
is
it
material.
department. You expect it to be PCD, product cheapening department. So when you see
Yeah.
something that's not original, you expect it to have a tinier pivot or shitty bearings or shitty something, right? And
Well, it's amazing what you can do with slave labor
true. That's a big
and
child
non-environmentally friendly source material.
I'm gonna grab you guys a relic while y'all talk.
What's he grabbing?
I don't know. You ready to talk about boots, Steve?
Yeah, man. I bet you these guys are all excited too.
I done posted it in the chat. That me and you said we were going to hijack
well, and
the channel.
My buddy, it was last weekend. He was like, "Hey, man, have you heard of these boots?" And I'm like, "I haven't." And I got on their site, and I was like,
Anybody
at $700, I would have bought them, but it was like a 12-week wait time.
Whites and Wesco is even worse. Whites and Wesco is like 2 years wait. And that's my issue with it. With getting some, because it's like I told you in the video, I'd love to get a pair of Mr. Lou's, but it's like a 18 months to 24 month wait with Wesco. And the Nomads and Pullums, which are done by Whites and Nicks respectively, they do occasionally, they'll have some. What happens is somebody will order a pair, and then they'll back out for whatever reason, and so they'll list them on the site as available for purchase right now. And I'm just waiting for one of those two to show up and be able to buy it. John's over there showing knives, and we're over here talking about boots.
What is that?
My phone was going to autofocus. Y'all know what that is? That's called the Mini Mojito. It's one of the first knives that Ken Onion did with Kershaw. And this little lock here is the onion lock. It's a little ball lock thing that sits in this. Make myself big for 1 second. That's the reason I hadn't given it away, because it's so big. It's so weird. I mean, see the little notch up at the frame there? So when it opens, that ball with the spring, can you see the spring in the ball?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So it closes, it's got an assist, right? But it's got this little safety. So like a Glock trigger, it's got this little black piece of steel next to the regular steel. So if you push the regular steel, it doesn't even open. You've got to hit this little black part. It just kind of flies out. And that little lock, that little spring pushes this ball back into what you would think of where, what do you call that? A stand, what do you call a pin like on a Strider?
Stop pin?
Stop pin. It works as a stop pin and a lock.
Have you
so
seen
to me that was kind of
the tie lock?
Say what?
The older Chris Reeve, one of the older Chris Reeve knives. It's I'll probably try and pick one up this year. They're hard to. Is it the tie lock?
It is, Urban. This is about a 30-year-old Kershaw called the Mini Mojito. Google it. It's kind of a weird one.
Who the fuck wants to call that one?
In Australia.
Is that all spider eggs?
I guess. I don't know.
And spider web? And the damn Australian spiders will fuck you up. So that thing built that in the damn camper's tent overnight or during the day?
Mm-hmm. Look at it.
Sorry, she's showing me what spiders like to do in your tent in Australia, so I got sidetracked.
Australia's got more animals that can kill you per square acre than anywhere else on the globe. I'm not going camping in Australia. Sorry.
Well, after seeing that tent, and I'm not scared of spiders and shit like that, I'm not going camping in Australia either.
So when I found this knife, I was on Google searching for an SMG. And I came across this website that I'd never heard of before. They're called
Fuck is that?
North.
Ooh,
What's that?
That's that Chris Reeve tie lock. I've never really paid attention because I was like,
Let me make you big real quick.
They're older, they're not in production anymore, but it's some funky kind of, see that blue bar that kind of,
Yeah, it's pushing back into the frame kind of the same way.
yeah.
So already.
I mean, that's wild. Tell love just weird ingenuity. I mean, to me, and again, I'm not your average knife guy, right? I like a good example is that Cybernix A. I walked around it for over a year at Blade Show, but I'm so impressed with the design of the knife, the fact that it opens, closes, and locks into place enough to where I feel like I have to disengage something to close it. I just appreciate it. You know, it's not that I don't judge them the right way, I guess. But anyway, I was searching for this guy, and I came across this website, Great River Outdoors. Never heard of them before, but they looked legit. They're in Virginia, and they had these little PTs in stock. They had this one and the smooth one. And it was late at night, like I do when I buy knives. I was on Ambien, and I accidentally got the smooth one. It was about $35 less for the smooth aluminum. And I wanted the texture. So I sent him an email. I didn't want to go through what I'd gone through countless times before with Blade HQ and others. And I can understand why, because they've got to put it in inventory where they go, no, we can cancel your order. You can order it again and do it that way. And it always slows down shipping by like 2 days. And I got an email back at 9 o'clock my time, which was 10 o'clock their time, probably when they opened, because it's a small store. I can tell because there was a tag on this one came in. There wasn't on this. But they sent me an email. Is this the model that you want? And it was this link. So I sent them the link saying, I made a mistake. Is there any way I can just pay you guys $35 without going through the whole cancellation because I'm trying to get it shipped out as soon as possible, blah, blah, blah. Never say anything about a channel. And they said, look, we want you to be satisfied. If this is the knife you want, this is the knife we're going to ship you. Don't worry about the $35. And I got it like 2 days, 3 days later. So when I did the unboxing, I gave them love. I got a sticker, a business card. So I was browsing their site the other night because I wanted to buy something else from them, right? I like doing business with people that do shit like that. I have no affiliation. You know, I had the nasty experience with Atlantic Knives that I talked about. I won't buy from them. But when somebody goes out of their way to make your life easy, and we all know that there's margin in Protechs. But still, that margin is well earned by the dealer buying those motherfuckers and sitting on it, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I went back and I happened to see this on their site. They carry a lot of Benchmades, Protechs, ZTs, but I was surprised to see this. And I reached out on Instagram, or I'd been communicating, and I forget his first name, if it's Spencer or Justin or Austin. They're all kind of the same, but the Asher Knives guy, I always forget his name. And he says, wow, man, I'm glad you found it. I'm not even familiar with them as a dealer, but this is the latest Spiro. The last Spiro I had was the titanium Spiro. This is one of the best value knives I've ever bought. That's why it stayed in my collection. I want to say this was right at $115. At the time, this was a S35 VN and titanium. So it was just, and it's just a very well done knife. So when this one came out, it is, I want to say, CPM 20 CV, G10, same action, it's a liner lock, not a frame lock, and it was like $96. You know, he does have them made overseas, and I think he's assemblers. He assembles them. But I was really, I haven't, and before, that's why I've got this one out. I used to buy a lot of Asher knives. I've given a lot away, but so much so that Dirk Warning, who I think a lot of, did a video on an Asher knife and called it a bug out ripoff. And so I reached out to him and said, hey, man, I can understand why you see that, but you're looking at one of his knives. I buy a lot of his knives, and I think if you look at them collectively, you'll appreciate what he does. And I gave a little write up about who he was from what I knew, how he'd always, because I never bought a knife off his website. He'd always been sold out. I haven't had a channel except for a year. He was selling me knives on Instagram because I would say, hey, man, I'd really love a Type Spiro. He says, give me a few days. I'll get you one together. I'll send you an invoice through PayPal. I mean, he's just a nice guy to deal with. So I reached out to Dirk, and Dirk said, dude, if you're happy to send me knives, I'd love to look at them. So he did an unboxing, and it made him appreciate Asher knives, because he did realize that a bug out is kind of a generic knife, right? So if you look at this knife and you look at a bug out, this one's got thumb stud. They're different, but I can see if you're looking at just the first G10 version with an axis lock, which they did have, the first ones, how you could think that. But these things are refined and I totally, the reason I bring it up, it's a knife that I totally dropped off my radar because I'm not buying budget knives as much. I did pick this up, and if it didn't have the frickin' bottle opener, it would be probably the perfect knife. And I put a $12 Amazon Civivi titanium clip on it. We'll talk about that in a second. But what you can get in 20 CV for $100, and people say they're hard to get, just reach out to Asher Knives on Instagram. If you're on there, send them a DM. Be patient, because I never look at Instagram messages. It's hard to navigate, and messages get thrown all over the place. But be persistent, and you will get one of these knives. And I think it's a great knife for the price. I bought it. Was happy to get it. Plus, I wanted to do more business with North River, and let's look at their website. Let's see if they've got
Where
anything.
they out of?
I think they're in Virginia. Let me find them. We'll look at them because they seem like a smaller store, because when this one came, it had a tag wrapped around it, which made me think it was under glass, like the knife stores we all loved as kids. I want to say we'll see together here. So they are in. It says where they are. Hold on. I want to say it came from Virginia. I think that's where they are. But anyway, if we go to knives and tools, I just always go from new to old. So see, I bought the last Spiro. That's where I saw it. But they got an old Kaiser. Again, not the greatest. I mean, they do have a good selection of stuff, really, if you think about it, depending on what you like. They've got some Bark River, got some Buck. They've got a mini Adamas for you right there, buddy. In carbon fiber and MagnaCut.
I think Steve would want the Adamas, the full size.
Yeah.
Because the full size has got like a 4-inch blade or 3.8 or something like that.
You're right. Jeff likes the full size a lot.
Really kind of speaks me. I've been pretty Benchmade averse for the last couple of years.
I forget you guys have man hands.
The Adamas is the only one worth getting. I just go ahead. Because it's got G10 handle scales with stainless steel lining. Or carbon fiber. Yeah. So it's actually got legit materials for what you're paying. It's CPM 3V. Isn't it CPM 3V? Or the Crewway?
Damn, dude. They had an 80-inch slicer.
Yep.
And I missed out on it. And I
But
like these people because they did me such a solid on the Protech. That's the only reason I pointed out. I have no affiliation with anybody. I've got Amazon affiliate links right now, and I think I've got codes at White Mountain, Skiff, and TPK, a couple other places that will save you guys money. I need to update my stuff. I've been a slacker. I apologize. And see, they're not all sold out, but I hate that. They leave the sold out ones on the site, which
and
I
it
guess
clutters
is
the
good,
site.
but there's still ones that aren't sold out after it, right? And I went from new to old, so I guess.
That's how. Oh, it's sold out. It's sold out. I was gonna say that's a damn
Nah,
good
man,
price for that M90.
I can filter by in stock. Never mind.
I just saw that M90 that he had for $350. I was like, damn. I'll
Is
take an
that
M90 for. No, that's cheap.
Was it in stock? We're about to get back to it
No.
because I just filtered it.
No, it was out of stock. It was
Like I
sold
said,
out.
Google, by chance, took me to them. Even though it wasn't the Strider S&G, it took me to the little Strider. And they had both versions, and they were the same price that I'd seen them at Blade HQ when White River had, or White Mountain had them in stock. But they carried Kershaw, just kind of weird stuff. Bark River.
If you want to spend some money, Knife Joy's got a custom 8022.
Oh, don't tell me that. $2,300. I was looking at it. Or is it
2600.
32? When they go over
2600.
2,000, I forget. I can throw the numbers around in my head.
See, that's why I want to go to I think that's why I want to go to a show, so I can pick up a custom and not get just raped.
Steve, you would love a show, dude. And if the chat's getting bored with this,
Great.
let me know. I'm just trying to see if there's any good deals on their site. And I know I get bummed out. Here's a full size Adonis, dude. One left.
Oh, dude, I'm not supposed to buy knives right now.
3 1/4
Was there a
inch
sale last
blade.
week?
That's a mini if it's 3 1/4.
Are you sure? Was it? Call it the Adonis, not the mini.
I don't know, but a
Blade
3
is
1/4 inch
3.78.
blade is not the adamant.
See right here, they
Huh?
got it wrong. They've got it wrong. It says 3.78 here.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like a 3.8 to 4 inch blade. I couldn't remember.
I just
For the
think
full
that they
size.
probably got the deal wrong up here, right? When they said 3
They probably cut and pasted the title.
Yeah. But that's the full size one,
What
Scott.
steel is it in?
It's crew weight.
Crewway.
Where
63 to 65 HRC.
is it automatic or is that the manual?
It's manual. It's a bar lock or axis lock. And it's probably the best axis lock besides the Mini Locos, which is an old one that I have in my collection. And I've got way too many Benchmades, and nobody wants to buy them. But that's that bad boy right there. And I put some
The-
AWG
Look at all those
scales on it.
parts. It's like a nightmare to take apart.
It is.
All axis locks are, but they're really not that bad once you've done them. If you use a Q-tip, or I invested for $21 on eBay and bought the little pivot tool made for Benchmades, which is a really great tool if you have to take apart your Benchmades, because you can just jam it through the pivot and it holds everything in place while you take one side off and the other side off. It just keeps everything lined up. You just pull back a little bit on the axis lock. But anyway, I'm about to get off their side. I'm not seeing anything that's lighting me up. We could look at the makers. Let's see.
Hey, John, you need to get you an M90.
What is that?
That's
How do I spell it?
It's a
MN80.
little knife.
It's right up John's alley. It's
It is.
it's a Chris Reeve.
This one right here?
Well, I can't see that little ass fucking screen. Yeah, that right there.
Why do you think
I'd
that's so bad, dude?
Because it's little. It's a throat splitter. It's hollow ground. I can't believe that they ain't had that in a long time. If the price they got on that with the wood handle is $350.
Keep in
I just don't
mind,
see that.
it's a small, I'm thinking mom and pop type of shop.
Yeah,
And
but the MSRP, the map price would be, I would think,
$500.
would be higher than 350.
Can y'all see what I'm
Oh,
sharing?
500. Okay.
That's off Reef site. I didn't even know that
Yeah,
knife existed.
that knife is insane. It's a beautiful gentleman's folder.
Is it a? That's his stock for $575 in carbon fiber. I spent $75 more than that today, and I got a great deal from a good friend.
They look at the specs on it. 2.75-inch blade, hollow
60
ground.
Oh, dude, it's perfect. I mean, the size of it looks like my jam. I'll probably let's mute it so I don't get a copyright strike from these assholes. Because I always talk bad about them because they're crooks. If they get a chance.
It's a nice little knife. Yeah, I
I've
had
never
them
seen
in
one.
Indy for a couple hours. 5
Is it
doors.
more of a pinch and open knife? Dark gravity?
You
Yeah.
can.
No.
They have. I think the newer ones have the hole.
It's like a little slot in the side of it.
You
You see
can
the
get
slot. I
on
just
it.
wonder if you could get your finger in there. And
You can. I could get my hand in there and I could flick the one I had.
did you like yours, or was it just too small?
I would.
That looks
It's
like a
small.
whole button.
It's small. It is small, but it's a really nice knife, and I would probably get one again. But I got mine in that Elfrin or whatever it's that white, some sort of white inlay that just
Imitation ivory.
Did
anybody buy Lindsay's
stains.
little mini last night? I need to get back to the chat. He was selling his mini for $200. Jeffrey,
mini
what's
what?
up? Pizza operator, welcome back. I haven't been in the chat, guys. I'm
No.
sorry.
You gotta be taking stuff out.
He was selling for $200 his mini EXO.
Yeah, Lefty was selling his. It was a great deal.
Here's a medium, $200. I bought
Do
it
you
brand
think
new.
it got
Never
Blade
put it in my pocket.
HQ? And I'm not buying anything because I jumped on a Grail, but have y'all seen the what's it called? They call it a certain type of blade. And I've never seen it before. This one right here, the coping blade. Let me share it. Have y'all seen the EXO coping? I never had. I didn't know it existed, and I almost bought it like an idiot. But I already got a visitor. We got Brother Pocket Metal.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, dude,
Hello.
has anybody seen that before? I'm gonna stop sharing.
I saw pictures, but
I've never
seen
seen
it.
pictures of it.
Fucking looks stupid.
The
Did you see
coping?
Did you see the DLT drop today?
I'm in
No.
a real fucking shit mood right now.
Because the DLT dropped today?
I have no
When
idea what's
did
going
they
on with the DLT drop.
Oh, they dropped. I don't know.
The one there right now. Did they drop spear points or something more?
No, it was. Hold on, I'll look at their Instagram page real quick.
Demco.
My
Shark
buddy
Tank.
asked me, and I'm like, he goes, "Are you going to go in?" I said,
Javon,
"Dude,
fix your knife table. Shit's fucking crooked.
I am."
Is it crooked, dude?
It's sideways. Come on, make that shit landscape. What the fuck is this?
Dude, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get Instagram to accept it. I'm not Instagram. I couldn't get
You
stream.
rotate your phone.
If you look
Number
down
54?
here, watch. If you look down here, I'll rotate the phone right now.
You got to do it in the beginning before you enter.
Yeah, but I tried it every way, dude. I started messing with this.
Do I not have it every week?
You do, and I was
All
trying.
right, then. I don't want to hear your bullshit excuses. What's
You
that?
did.
Oh, those are pretty, yeah.
Watch this. I'm going to jump out and bring it back in. So which way are you saying it needs to go? Because when I look at the table, it looks like the right orientation down in the lobby.
I didn't see that, but I don't need to. I'm glad I didn't see it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I would hate to know. I'd hate to know what those cost.
Probably like 150 to 2.
Mammoth bone.
Oh yeah, okay. So I didn't know it was mammoth bone.
Mammoth
So
tusk.
it goes bust up. You know, probably the starting with like wood or micarta is probably in like the 150 maybe.
Yeah, 150, 160.
And then they don't go much higher. They are only around 200
Really?
for the Mammoth stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow, that would have been a steal.
Yeah. Their stuff's it's usually like that.
Because usually, like Mammoth is like a huge jump, like
5-door said
$300-400.
Did you see them 5-door for that price, or is that just a guesstimations? I can never tell.
They had I think they listed it on DLT's website what the actual price was. Hold on.
Junior Miz says $250. The last time I tried to get on a drop, it wasn't that much money for a Mammoth, so I don't know.
And they said, and it had I think it had DLT on the blade, maybe not.
Yeah, because
it was part of their 12 days of Christmas or something.
I don't think they always use that because I don't remember.
Is this the right orientation? Once I get it out?
Yes, except for we don't want to see your crotch.
Okay, hold on. I got to turn it off too. It's sucking up my voice.
You got to plug something in its asshole.
$239.99.
What was that?
$239.
Yeah, $240. Yeah, it has DLT on the blade.
So it is more. It didn't used to be that much more, but that was like a year or two ago. So everything's getting more expensive. You know how that is.
But it's still a good deal for Mammoth.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad price at all for that.
Yeah, usually the upcharge on, I mean, for a Mammoth, most of the knives I've seen, well, of course, most of them are custom, but like when Case does Mammoth, it'd be like $300-400 for, a standard, pocket knife with Mammoth bone on it. Mammoth tooth or Mammoth ivory.
This plays directly into a thing that I saw earlier today. This is me going off on a tangent. And now I'm going to start off by saying I love JB, and I know that he, I see things sometimes. And what's that?
No, I was just reading Echo from Junior Miz and Pizza before you got into it. I was making sure. Don't lose your thought.
Oh, so Queen Cutlery was bought out a while back by Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I think bought the name brand for them. For a while, they were making knives in China. They started making them in the U.S. again. Evidently, they're not saying who it is. It's more than likely Baron Son that's making them. But in Big Red's video, he's like, who knows? It could be made by Great Eastern Cutlery. And I don't know why that made my head want to explode of what it did. It's just like it's like a $70 to $80 knife, and they don't make anything that costs that much money. So how could they make it for another company and it be cheaper than any other product that's being sold by them, currently speaking? You know what I mean?
Why would they?
They don't, and also it wouldn't look like that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it doesn't make business sense that they would put themselves down when they have all the work that they could possibly want.
It just doesn't. It doesn't. And I know that he even, I even said, I was like, this is not made by them. And he's like, yeah, it's probably made by Baron Son. Now, it could be like Blade Ogre said, it's Moormaker. I don't know what the deal with Moormaker is anymore. Back in the day, they used to be a decent product, but I haven't seen what they're making now. But yeah, it's just like one of those things. It's like, I didn't want people to think that you're getting something you're not for the money.
Right.
Like, that's an unreal expectation.
Does anybody know
Morgan
bearings or washers?
Shatton Morgan was bought from Cooper Cutlery, and that's another thing I mentioned. So the type of knife that he got, he got a 2-blade, but this is a single blade, larger trapper. It's the 23 pattern from GEC. I have 2 of these when they did that, and I have a couple of the Shatton Morgans that are the same size. I have one from the new Cooper Cutlery version of Shatton Morgan. So it was $200 for the knife. So if they're selling their knives, and when Cooper Cutlery, it was actually a little bit more on their site. It was like $225 or $250 for their Mountain Man. How the fuck would they make a knife that's $80?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that they were. I didn't know the price point for the Shatton Morgan and Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it trips me out that how Baron Son is able to make stuff as cheap as they do.
Oh, for sure.
I know where they're based out of.
They must be a lot bigger of a company.
I want to add a footprint to the giveaway, to an extra giveaway I don't have any slip joints on my table, buddy. But I do have
Darren,
this. Have you
Darren's
checked
son is based in a college town, and college towns always cost more than regular areas, as far as manufacturing.
It's also like, but how much time are they spending on each product?
Yeah.
How is it being manufactured? What kind of stuff is being done?
Oh, I've had a couple of Bear and Son knives because they're local to me,
Right.
and they're shit. It's everything is stamped. They got giant fucking. You can tell when you handle it. It's just stamped parts. Comes off a big old press.
I have the cheapest made thing that they made just because it was like $25, and so I wanted to see what you got for a $25 USA made knife. And you can't complain for a $25 USA made knife, right? I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. So it's not a horrible thing. It's just, from what I've seen from their other stuff, it's not the same. My comment on his post was just that I hope, people aren't expecting to get something that they're not for the money. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's a very small company. They're not like, pumping out fuck tons of this low quality thing for some other company. They don't do shit like that.
I know this is a different subject. This is the second Sodbuster that I've gotten. I sent one to Brother Jim Miller. And it's a fine knife for what it is. I've gotten it to where it's very sharp. But it's not...
It's a work knife, and it's like $35.
$35. And this is the tool steel version.
Yeah. Their chrome vanadium versus their true sharp, which is $440. I don't know why they have to rename everything. But yeah. Woohoo.
It's a very decent knife. But again, it's not like a GEC. It's night and day.
Yeah, it's not the same. And even the GEC Sodbuster, they're made very well, but it's not the same as some of their other shit because it's a lesser, finely made product. They call it farm and field for a reason.
What impressed me are the Rough Rider Reserves, dollar per dollar, in my opinion. And I don't have much of an opinion because I'm new to this. But
yeah, I've just seen I haven't had any of them, but watching people's reactions to different aspects of those and people who handle a lot more traditionals.
Sure, I don't.
It's a very hit and miss kind of, design by design, pattern by pattern kind of thing.
And that makes perfect sense. I don't know if I've had any because I've got about.
Is that a Stormtrooper painting behind you?
Yeah. Yeah, I painted that for a Star Wars art show we did a couple years back. I had a couple different Stormtrooper pieces of art that I made. One of them was a 3-dimensional type thing, where it was like a Stormtrooper head coming out, and it had like
Right over. They have a
blood and shit coming out of it.
Let me Google something. Keep talking.
And you go.
I'm just
I don't want to ask
Googling.
how, like my art, like what I consider art's like skateboard decks and stuff. How much is that? Or is it?
It was never made for sale. We can talk offline about stuff like that. But yeah, I have. I wonder if I have pictures of it someplace. We did another show and did a bunch of skate decks as well, and I have one hanging in my office where I used to do the streaming from. But I've done those as well, and they're fun. I like to leave it like kind of transparent where you can see the wood grain popping through it. But yeah, I've done some stuff like that in the past as well. This is like a labor of love thing here. You can't tell from the screen, but it's done in layers of paint and then clear coats. So that way the paint kind of floats on the canvas. You can only tell when you look at it like kind of close up. It's kind of like one of those things that's ridiculous to spend that much time doing shit like that.
Clydebuster. You posted the link. Did you post the link, buddy? Knife Works. Let me Google it. Hold on.
Yeah. I came in out of nowhere. What the fuck were you guys talking about before I jumped in here?
We were talking about just crazy shit.
I'm fixing to go get a jacket.
Are you getting
I'm wearing
cold?
a jacket.
No, I'm wearing a shirt.
Oh.
Whoops! I didn't click on that. Clyde, but there it is. Hold on.
Is
on
it
Knife
cold?
Works. Let
Is
me
it cold
Google
over there?
It's not bad, but fucking Canadian air is starting to move in again.
What the
Yeah,
hell
for
is
us,
that
it's
even?
breezy. It's very breezy.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I always blame the Canadians for cold air.
what do you think about this pocket metal when I get it pulled up?
Socks and flashlights.
The Gemini or the I brand, are they both the same?
I don't
Pretty
I
much.
don't know, honestly. I don't think that they are, but
Let's go back and look at the other one because it's cheaper.
because one's Taylor there's Taylor I brand as well, so I don't know if they're just not naming it right.
Well, with Knife Works, this is the Carl Schleppner card. What's that mean? iKnife brand, sometimes called Gemini. Okay, so I guess they are Geminis.
You haven't fucked with any of those German ones yet.
Family.
Also, Ottermesser makes some Sodbuster patterns that look kind of cool.
Dude,
that aren't very bad
these
priced.
do look kind of cool though. That looks like mine. The one I tried to get. It's about $20 more. Let's look at it.
I don't think you're gonna get anything better than the case on that particular one. Like maybe some of their more expensive ones, it might be finished a little bit better. But I don't think you're really. It's just for people who like that brand, I think.
Like this one, you think might be better, or is that?
I'd hope so. I'd hope so, but I haven't handled those things. But I'm pretty sure that
that Nick bothers me. Looks like an eyebrow. It reminds me of my makeup videos that I watch at 2:00. My creepy influencers.
Happy Haptics. I only have 3 of the Farm and Field. They're all versions of the bull nose. One of them is the one with the cap lifter. I'm not saying that they're bad made at all. I think they're very well made. But this compared to like the 86 Barlow that I got recently with the marrowbone, it's another fucking level. And yeah, it's different materials, obviously, but also it just, looks so much nicer.
All right, guys, this is a little just thanks for being here giveaway. And honor Metal stopping by. I'm going to give away is it the Hippo Toe or the Rhino Toe by it's great. It's not Gratian Cutlery. It's Rough Rider Reserve. Let me make myself big for a second. Hashtag pocket metal. Let me make me big.
It's the worst hashtag ever.
I'm going to give this away. It's a great knife. It's D2. It's super chunky. Got a really good half stop. Very sharp. Let me see if I can find some paper. I did leave a little corner that I missed. One thing about Rough Rider Reserves that I found, and I'll also mention Jeff Wolf, they come sharp, very sharp. So I should have a tube and a box for it. I can't guarantee that I will be able to match it. Is it solo? But yeah, y'all throw your pocket metals in there, and we'll do this kind of as a bonus little giveaway for people here, and then we'll get on to what time is it? Ooh, we need to probably do some more giveaways.
So I was listening to your guys', it must have been Tuesday, your guys' replay of Pocket Metal from Monday. And I don't even think you guys talked about it, but I know you're a fan of horror films.
Yeah.
Now, do they have to be good?
No, I like a lot of B horror movies. I mean, so there's like B. I guess it depends upon what you class. I mean, everyone's
it's
got
almost a comedy.
right. Yeah.
You got to respect the guy because. So I'll have to try and find them. Me and my brother found them over a year ago on Amazon. Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
So they're on Prime, and I don't know how you get a movie on Prime, but it's
You just have the app on your whatever TV device that you use,
and you can download. No, I mean
you don't download them; you just watch them.
Just a
No,
second.
no,
It's like
no. I
Netflix.
don't know how you make your own, like how you get your movies on Prime.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I have no
So
fucking.
that's
So
how-
it's that level that you think the guy just made it himself. in his
So no, there's like
home.
4 or 5 of them, and there was even like a Facebook fan page for this guy. So it's kind of got the cult following. I'm gonna have to find it, but there's one with a dinosaur, like with dinosaurs, one with a bat, but the stories don't make sense sometimes, and you can tell it's the guy, the director, it's his friends because they're all the same people are in them.
Yeah.
In each movie, and the plots don't always makes. I can't. It's been a while since I've watched one, but one was so bad. Like, it started in an abandoned house. A girl and a guy, they sleep together. You don't see anything, and then it goes into like dinosaurs, maybe, or maybe that was the one.
You don't fucking stop, everybody get in.
Dude, they're so good. And then
What-
and some of them, like special forces, come, and there's these dudes that are literally running around with like rubber toy guns.
Yeah.
It's so good, and they've even rented vehicles for them, and you can see rented like the rental stickers in the cars. Yeah, they're
I appreciate that stuff as long as it's not too like sometimes they just drag real bad and are kind of not that. One of the best, and I should have suggested it before Thanksgiving, was Thanksgiving, and that is a story about a I think it's a Native American person that gets killed, reincarnated as a turkey somehow, or his body goes into a turkey. I don't know.
What's up,
Something to
man?
do with that.
Type in pocket metal. I'm giving away a G, or not a GC, a Rough Rider Reserve. Sorry, dude, I cut you off. I'm just getting ready to
It's okay. And then this like puppet turkey head goes around murdering people. And
I'm gonna try and find. I'm gonna get on Prime real quick and just try and find.
It's
if
rather
Has
you find
anybody
one that
seen the
suggests-
Thanksgiving movie?
I don't
got
even know
a
how we
couple of
found
ads.
them, but like literally, like the one with the dinosaurs and basically it's a giant Batman in like an attic, and it's
and this is
Also,
all the
Jack,
same.
you
Watch
need
it,
a hashtag
appreciate
pocket
it.
metal. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, dude.
oh no,
Think of
I'm
me as
just
having
Every
Tourette's.
time he starts talking about this movie, it sounds like another movie. It doesn't sound like it's all the
is this
same
one
thing.
The Bad Nun. I think
What
I
did you
found-
say about a bad nun?
I think I might have found it. Hold on.
Let me
Send
get that.
me
What's
the
that? All right,
message
guys,
on
I'm gonna pull
Instagram
for
with
it. I'm going to give y'all 15 more seconds. We got 47 entries.
I would think a movie about bad nuns would not be on Amazon
Well,
Prime.
that just popped up. I went into Prime and just searched bad
Yeah.
horror films.
9,
I'm trying to find
Eight,
one. If you can find one of
7,
his, then they kind of
Three more
suggest
giveaways.
others.
3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Let me get my little notebook out. Blooming Naughty Ninja.
Congratulations.
Look what's in my.
Congratulations, Illuminati Ninja. You got you a camel toe.
Look what's in my. You want to read that? I'm gonna make me big. Let me take that off. Hold on. This is before any of the videos came out. Can you read that backwards?
You're about the size of a ant.
Officer of NAS. That was the first red flag before any of the bullshit went down. This is in my notebook. He was in my chat.
Officer and
Do
ass
you know
played
about the
for
drama
pizza.
pocket metal? Do you know about this guy scamming people, being monster racing?
Yeah, I saw Shane posted something
Yeah.
and
Scotch.
Yeah.
So Bluminati.
Oh.
Let me put my email
he
back
said he's
up,
playing for
everybody.
pizza. See, he wants a piece of pizza instead of a knife.
And then everybody, there's a video posted up here.
I
It's
found
not
it.
the first giveaway. We're getting ready to draw for the Asher. But if you haven't left a comment in that video, like it, be subscribed to the channel, and chat in the chat, because if you come up and nobody knows you, we'll draw again. But the member giveaway, I'll post that link and we'll do it after that. So Bluminati, we got the camel toe.
No, it's going to pizza operator.
Two pizza toe. Okay, so pizza.
The pizza toe.
You meant actual pizza. You're getting me on the Mexican pizza thoughts. God damn it.
Pedro. Okay, so
All right. So
favorite
pizza
horror
operator, I'm
movies.
gonna throw my email up here. Shoot me an email with your address. Go ahead, buddy.
Dude, I can't even. What was the one we watched just recently that was good?
Tell me
Can't
if y'all
remember.
watched the one about the Thanksgiving killer, the one that just came out. I would see the trailer on YouTube. It was called Thanksgiving, and it
Yeah,
was,
no, I didn't see that, dude. I'll have to get back to you on Monday on that one because I can't fucking remember. My brain's for shit. I have a shit brain. If it didn't happen 2 minutes ago, I don't remember it.
right there, buddy. You can send it to Instagram, but I don't check Instagram much, and I'm a lazy ass. So what I do is I copy it from the email and I paste it in pirate ship, but I also copy your email and I post it in the pirate ship, which gives you a tracking number. And Todd Carr, I've got to do yours is sitting right here that came back. I'm just waiting for tonight, and I'll do the customs and get it out. I don't know why. What's weird, Pocket Metal, is last time I sent it to Todd Carr, it was a flashlight, and I didn't do any customs paper. I just sent it like I was sending it to Canada.
Yeah, you said it, and it went fine, and then you tried to send him something else, and he had to.
Well, it's a slip joint, and it's a Rough Rider, so it's not something that needs to be taken apart. But I did fill out the custom papers and didn't fill them out wrong. I'm wondering if, because it went in the same blue envelope, I wonder if I should just mail it like I did the light and not go through customs. I don't know the legal deal of Canada. It got there once. The flashlight got there is just putting in the address.
So happy. I found them.
It tries to prompt me to do custom papers, but I wasn't forced to. So the first time I just lit a tater chip. The second time I tried to fill out the customs papers because it's a little form, right, that pirate ship presents you with.
Right.
But there was a code where I think I needed to go in and find the category of tool that it was or whatever, because you have to categorize it for customs, which seems like a pain in the ass. And I left that blank. Well, it went, I guess, as far as it went and came back to me with a little stamp on it, saying that incomplete customs information. And it's like a plane ticket for that motherfucker. So I'm just trying to think, should I just try to do a regular mail? What do you think? Just do the same as I did the light. I got it, buddy.
Yeah. Sharp guy told me that vegan turkey fucks up your short-term memory.
Somehow. I'll send it to Lefty because he seems to have buttery fingers to get shit like that through.
I think I have brain damage.
Congratulations. And everybody that's in here, make sure you leave just a comment in that video that's pinned on the Asher, the OT Spirit.
All right. I can only find one
of that knife.
That was the first good thing that ever came out of the phrase pocket metal.
What's that?
Someone won something.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And y'all don't be shy. If anybody's in the market for a PMP Tianto, hit a brother up.
Did you see Terry's comment?
No.
He says, I will also clog your colon and ask my wife. That's fucked up. Because they were saying that Tofurkey will clog my colon. He said,
yeah, Timmy, the first one went through fine. And I just sent it in a blue envelope. And this is in a little box in a tube, right, from Rough Rider. So it looks just like a little flashlight. It looks exactly like a flashlight.
It also looks like a stick of dynamite.
I know. But if they open it up, chances are, from what I understand, it doesn't break any type of law because it's not a locking knife, right?
no.
I don't.
It's also blade length in some places, but I don't know about the Canadian that it does.
I sent you a screenshot on Instagram, I think.
Okay.
This is how we found the first movie. If you guys are really bored tonight, anybody, so the first one's called Hatched. The director is Scott Jeffrey, is his name. And I don't know how we found, but there's like 3 or 4 more of his movies on there. They're all excellent. Like I said, this one's about dinosaurs, kind of. I mean, it's
The horror movie. You said the genre's horror.
like, imagine
I'm more interested in the Bad Nuns movie.
imagine someone like being bad, but their parents are always like, "You can do it. You're the best writer ever." And he makes a movie. They're entertaining, and it was something. Whenever we'd get together, we'd start watching. We'd try and find some more Scott Jeffrey movies, because it's just.
Before we get anybody
Are you
else
sure you sent it to me?
There's a video
Wow, I sent
pinned
pocket
up in
metal
the
on Instagram. I
comments
don't know.
at
Hold
the
on.
top. Leave a comment in it if you haven't. Where I'm about
Was
to
the
do it.
icon red or black?
I don't know.
I have
Black
2
maybe?
pocket metal accounts.
Oh shit, maybe black.
Let me check again.
Did I show you this, Dark Gravity? My little driver defense splinter.
It's black.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I guess 2 weekends ago now.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. I really like it. I put I ordered some
Here.
discrete carry clips. Have you seen those before? They don't ship with hardware, and they've got weird size holes.
Yeah,
So you
I
guys
saw that Saturday night.
that
What's
are
up,
actually
Kyle?
men
How cooling here?
probably know that
Right,
I can
send out some
order
knives
smaller
too.
hardware. Like when I say small or more narrow, where the screw will go through something thinner. Where I think when I keep getting on Amazon, it's based on the length of the screw. But I'm sure for some of these carry options and some of these sheaths that have smaller holes, like my little tops, where I just go to Lowe's and buy small hardware. I mean, to mount some of these things, these clips, or I would think when I went to Amazon that I would see different sizes, but you don't.
You can get it on Etsy, or you can go to Fastenal. The ones at Lowe's ain't gonna work worth a shit, because what you'll need is machine screws.
Hey
You
guys,
don't
we
want
got
that-
NFK 20. I think you're behind.
What, can you hear us, Jason? Can you hear
Mr.
us,
Kermit,
Brother Grant?
he has no volume.
I'm gonna pull him off the station. We can fix it.
Or he can hear us and we can't hear him. Like me a couple weeks ago.
I'm
Or
gonna
whenever
pull
it
him.
was.
Can you hear us, buddy? Can you hear me, brother?
If you can hear us, your thing's crooked and sideways, and you should rotate it.
He's always crooked sideways. I was gonna I've been whacking my gripper and I can't get it to.
Why does why is spine whacking a thing?
But watch.
You guys were talking about it before I came on, but
It shows that it may fail, but I don't know what you're doing to your knife to do that to make it fail.
yeah,
But
that's
my
not
point
the end
was
I
the
want to
frame
use.
lock, the original design of the frame lock, I thought, was for the hand to help strengthen the lock from a proper grip. Not a liner lock, not a concealed frame lock, but the OG frame lock. I thought part of the design was to push against the hand to further strengthen it.
Why
I
don't you
don't
call Chris
think
and
that.
see what he says?
Actually, Chris has addressed that, and that is what he said.
Can you hear me, buddy?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah.
He
Right,
did in an
I hear it.
interview.
What's going
I
on,
think
buddy?
it's an interview you can see on Blade HQ's. I think it was their interview
Oh,
back when they actually did good videos. Back when they actually did good videos, they did a tour and interview with Chris Reeve and what's his son's name?
Tim.
Tim. And they talk about that the frame lock was designed. That was the intent, was as you squeeze the handle while you're using the knife, you ensure that the lock stays locked.
I used
Yeah.
to love watching Blade HQ videos with Ben and then Zach.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you
Yeah.
big, buddy. You want me to?
Ben was good.
Sure.
Zach
Ben
was
he just
okay.
entertaining.
He looked
He was
tiny.
easy
After
to
that, I
follow.
stopped watching.
What's up, brother?
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, man. Can y'all hear Jason?
Yeah.
So what's up?
Man, not a thing. I was we've just been talking, and Metal Complex did a real good. I don't know if you saw his video.
No, not
He
yet.
was whacking his null and couldn't get it to fail, but he had a big live tonight with like 1,900 people saying, "Don't pay attention," and he wasn't hitting G-ball. He said he did a decent review, but people are going to be out there trying to hit on different people's stuff because they can get clicks. You know, don't
Yeah.
fall for it, right? And he did a short with one of the knives that failed G-ball's test, and it didn't fail at all. And like I was showing the guys here in the live, I can pull it up. I don't know if you can see if I add my table to the stage. Whoops. See my table up there?
What failed his test? What did he test?
Well, he tried, Metal Complex tried to fail the null.
Hmm.
I can fail it.
And then hit it back closer to the. I never do that to my knives, you know. But it's again, it's just my particular one is rock solid. I'm gonna make Jason big again.
I do some dumb shit with my knives, but like spine whacking, it was never like.
Well,
I
okay,
use
so-
scales as hammers and.
So I made 300 production grippers, and there were a couple that people had issues with, you know, the lock slipping when they would spine whack it. And of course, you know, my first question is like, I would never hold a knife like that to ever use it, but whatever, right? So being the nice dude I am, I fucking traded them out for another one, right? Whatever. I corrected the problem. And I definitely took what they said and, you know, definitely keep that in the data bank for the next one, right? Which
Sure.
John knows, like on the V2 gripper, I have something, it's a frame lock, but it has a little bit of extra shit going on it that makes it, you know, rock solid. But after I saw that video, I watched it today. I grabbed like a bunch of random knives, right? Like an EMP Nimble, a Fat Boy. You know what I grabbed? I grabbed a QSP Penguin, and this motherfucker will not fail. And this is what, like an $80 knife?
Yeah.
But then, you know, you go over to
I
like
think it
a
may be
nice
more than that. Not by
$100
much. Yeah, somewhere around 100, 120 or something, I think. I don't know. Depending upon the steel.
What is this one?
Some of them are 14C, some of them are M390.
This one's 154 CM.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Anywho,
know.
close enough, right?
And then I grabbed this. This is number 2 thick boy. It's number 2. I've never carried it. It's one of my. I love this knife.
I love it too. I've got one too.
Right. I grabbed the QSP Nimble. Right. And what's so funny is now I'm checking all my knives, spine whacking them as if I would ever fucking use them like that. Well, I wouldn't, but you know, it's like taking a loaded gun and banging it on the fucking curb backwards and upside down, and then when it goes off, saying that gun sucks. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, and G-Balls, in fairness to him, he's tested a bunch of locks that he's found, and I think it's just a lot of people don't. Like Dark Gravity was saying, when you're talking about a frame lock, the original design was intended to be strengthened by the actual grip of the knife.
Right, yeah. You know, you grab it, the tighter you grab it, obviously the gnarlier stuff you're going to be cutting, right? Because I hold a knife differently if I'm going to cut a piece of paper than if I'm going to break down 30 cardboard boxes, right? You know what I'm talking about. You know, here's another one, Arcane Necronaut, I think this one is. Right?
But if you were holding it and you went back over your head to do a Thor swat down and hit concrete, but you were holding it like a normal knife, it's not going to.
Same knife. Now
just
I'm
having a little bit of pressure on the lock bar.
Correct. So that shit's fucking snake oil shit, dude. Nice clickbait. Like
I don't think. And again, if you know G-Ball, he's not like that because he was, you know, like I said, EMP's his whole brand. And I even reached out to him and said, dude, don't look at your knives different because you're treating them by some weird metric. I wonder if my thick boil fell. Let's try it on camera.
It's just, I don't know, man. I love these knives. I don't like them any less because they just did that. I don't think any less of these knives. I still like them.
I think it's just an excuse for a bunch of guys to whack on camera.
We're all
I think it
whacking
creates
shit.
drama. I mean, sure.
What have you been doing in fixed blade world, buddy?
Not, but I am never using my knife in that way, and I do a bunch of dumb stuff with my knife.
I saw that before you put handles on it. That's the one that you posted Tuesday.
Yeah. I just finished her today. I wanted to finish this one. Oh my God. So I lost the scale material and then I found it. It fell. Anyways, I'm going to use the Peely ply on this one, but this is the first knife I'm doing in S90V.
Oh, sweet.
And man, this thing is it's a lot harder to sharpen, dude, than CPM 154. I've never used it. I've never made a knife with it yet. So
do you have it sold yet?
No, but this one came out pretty sweet. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but yeah, came out pretty cool.
Well, see, I'd even like to sharpen it. That's what I'm saying. If you want to finish that up and hit me with the price, I will buy that. If you want to just consider
Dude,
it.
This one, and remember I was telling you I was going to start making some fixed blades with thinner blade stock. This is, I think, just under 1/8 of an inch thin, so it'll be very slicey, you know.
I like it, dude.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I saw that video. I don't know. It bummed
Dude,
me
I
out,
wouldn't,
dude.
and again, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't get angry at it. I wouldn't get, because I think if you watch MC's live, and MC did a couple of shorts, and again, he was giving G-Ball all the credit because it wasn't a G-Ball thing. It was just don't look at the videos that are sure to come now because of the popularity of that video. Because
It just bummed me out that the gripper was the poster boy for the fucking spine whack fail test or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think you should reach out to. Did they reach out to you though?
Here, 77 people saw me whacking mine. I'll whack
Did they reach out to you though before they?
Oh no, because that would have been the fucking stand-up thing to do.
I agree too. I hate it when people put makers on blast.
It'd be different.
Can I just
throw
throw
it back on
completely out of left field on this
back
one?
On the back, I'm holding the clip very lightly. That's not even against the lock bar.
If you hit it hard enough, I'm sure it'll fail, as do a bunch of knives I pulled out today.
Testing one knife is not scientific.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yes. And I admit,
I agree, but
that's the stupidest thing. It happened with that whole shit over Hinder
did you see
and that
Metal
guy in the
Complex
Blade
short where he
HRC
whacked the
shit.
out of his
Oh, yeah,
videos?
yeah,
That was a modded knife too.
His armor glove
what I'm
line,
saying, though,
it
is
was fine too.
one knife is not a scientific
My
test.
videos, but I'm not going
No.
to.
how many times did they
Turn the fuck on.
disassemble that knife and, try to adjust the lock bar tension so it was more drop shutty or whatever? Because until I produced the gripper, man, most of you guys in the knife community, 98% of you are awesome. But the 2% that aren't are really not awesome. I had to deal with some real serious Karen situations.
Over the spine
a guy sent me a gripper back with a broken lock bar and told me, "Oh, it just broke. It just broke."
You and I talked about that. I remember
Dude.
that.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. I'm not like a knife guy like some of you guys. I've only been into it for a few years. I've always carried knives my whole life. I'm almost 50. I've never broken a lock bar. Just fucking happened. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
We were talking about that earlier, dude. There've been a lot of
just a lot of weirdness, dude. Or guys, oh hey, dude, can you send me a new pivot? I don't know what happened. It just fell out. And I'm like, okay, I send the guy a new pivot, pivot screw. 2 weeks later, I don't know what happened, dude. The body screw, I lost 2 of them. No, dude, you disassembled your knife again and fucking fell on your carpet. Just tell me the truth. Whenever you're honest with me,
worse, you're trying to put together a knife. because we're seeing more and more scammers in the community, dude. Whether they're in chats with,
I don't think people are scamming for screws,
we
though.
caught the same
No,
guy
no, I don't.
over
Either.
the last 2.5 years. He's probably stolen over
At least not that kind of a
$12,000
screw.
from the community.
Right, right.
And then
I'm scamming for screws.
I fell for a bogus website because
All that whacking got you shook.
Oh,
but Facebook makes the whole 9 yards. You just gotta, when you open yourself up to the public, you open yourself up to risk and trust.
yeah,
It should
I
be a
just get
two-way
bummed
street,
out.
but we're always going to see the turds.
yeah. I just get bummed out because I try to be like a reasonable dude. Like anyone that's dealt with me, man, I do lag sometimes. I will say that I am a lagger, but I always try to make it right. I try to go above and beyond. I really do. I mean, dude, I gave a guy one of my personal grippers. I don't even remember what happened, but something happened, and I ended up giving him mine. That's happened several times. I don't even have a satin gripper of my own, like an original satin gripper. I only have one of the prototypes.
And that's not even to mention that I don't think he was ever implying that you're just absolute stand-up guy. That's a 2-year-old knife. I mean,
I know that's another thing. It's like if this video would have went out when I was still selling them, oh shit, I would have reached out to BezTech and I would have been fucking on the phone with them until they like switched out every one, you know. But 2 years later, like that's, I don't know, dude. It just bums
but
me
again,
out.
I don't think, like I said, I wouldn't.
I'll be back in 1
I
second.
don't think that you're doing what you should be doing. I think it's something that just happens on those type of knives all across the board, and why would we whack them? You know, I don't. But I'm not a hard user, and I think it's. I love your stuff. And by the way, my tripper wouldn't fail either.
Oh, cool. You know what I did notice? Just saying. You know what I noticed didn't fail when I was doing the whackers is, where is it? Hold on. Just
A fixed
Let me
blade.
make it big again.
no. No, there's two. And who knows if this one was actually made in America. This Hoback was super solid, right? Right? And then, of course, like the Praetorian, dude, this thing will not
Dude,
fail.
you trust that? I saw you had your hand up there. That was crazy.
Yeah, but
If it weighs 10 pounds, it shouldn't fail.
right when the blade
I
stops
don't get, like,
316. Look at
If
that
you were going to use your knife as a hammer,
fucking axe, dude.
why would you use the back of the blade? Like I've used the butt of my knife, I've used the side scale,
Yeah.
but like this is what you do with your knife. Cut, not.
Oh, it is. You're not supposed to
I
like.
just don't get the spine whacking fascination.
It's in case you want to hammer nails. You know what I mean?
I would use the side of a scale.
I'd probably use
I've
a
done-
hammer. but-
I literally hung some shit in my kids' rooms last weekend, and I used one of my work, like, because I was too lazy to go out in the garage and get a hammer. So
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, honestly.
But you whacked it on the left side of the scale.
no, I just whacked it on the scale. I just bing, bing, bing like that. I mean, it's going into drywall. It's not like I'm pounding it into like a 2x4 or
Concrete.
something.
Hey, John, you want to see the gripper that I got from?
Yes,
SG
let me
Knives?
make it where everybody can see that.
Okay,
Tell the
hold on.
story of that knife.
It's the only full dress knife I've ever had. I'm really stoked on this one. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Now I'm more of a, black and gray, acid wash, but SG Knives fucking nailed this thing.
Dude, that's a handmade, right? I mean, the blade looks
Yes.
just
No
next
CNC
level.
machine. Even the pivot and the 2 body screws he makes by hand.
Dude, that is beautiful. So is that just the hand swirls on the blade, or is it a pattern? It's just so shiny, right? It's just
What? Dude, no, it's Chad Nicholson Black Boomerang Damascus.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so it is
Zirca
Chad Nicholson Damascus.
tie scales, backspacer, pocket clip, and pivot with zirconium pivot collars.
Dude, that is gorgeous.
And I don't normally like knives like this. He just made this for me and sent it to me with my
Dude, you
tripper
should keep that
prototype.
as like a forever piece.
Yeah, it's my
Spine
only-
whack it. Spine whack it.
Do it on concrete, not on leather.
Yeah, leather with stainless steel behind it. That don't count.
Listen, I know it's got to be
Dude,
like
that's
concrete.
beautiful.
Go try the curb.
I
Curb
promise
stomp
that
it.
I'll
I want
probably
to
never open.
Jesus.
I'll
I
probably
want to see the
never
blade
open a
snap,
box.
like in that cutlery corner.
Let's
Yeah,
see
I'll
if I can
keep
open a
that. I
paint
love
can.
it.
I could
don't
probably
get,
open a
even
paint can.
batoning though. I think batoning would be better on the blade than spine whacking it.
Yeah, I think
As long as you're
right.
not using like a hammer for the baton.
Oh yeah, yeah, metal on metal.
Jason, that's next level, man. I just
Yeah, it. Again, I don't normally go for knives like this. I'm just, you know what I mean. I just don't. But
I don't either, but I've gotten into them more recently. Like something just catches like.
I missed.
Oh,
What is
great,
that blade
too much.
steel?
Chad
This-
Nichols Damascus.
Oh, okay. I figured
it
that's
had
what it
another
probably was.
name, like a type of swirl. It was made by
it's Zircotai everything with zirconium pivot collars.
that's gorgeous.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
It sounds amazing. I'm not a frag pattern dude, but that's
God
the
damn.
Everybody's different.
I know. I'm the 1% in the frag pattern. Not
No,
not-
that's okay. I really like knives that also, you know, I like. This is more what I normally go for, like this
That's pretty.
kind of.
What is that?
This
out of
is an
curiosity?
Atomic Punk Fury.
That's pretty badass. I like it.
That does look cool. Who makes that? Atomic Punk.
The Atomic Punk. His
Where
name's
is that
Dan.
made out of? Scotch
Yeah,
and
that's
Pete's
like
wants
a
to know.
California.
California.
That's that pocket clip's a bit, you know,
Yeah,
A
like
little
in your
over the
face,
top.
but it's still cool.
but
Yeah.
it looks functional. I've had some customs that the clips are just horrendous, and it just kind of
It's
ruins
a
the
beefy
knife.
boy clip, that's for sure. But the rest of it looks fucking sweet as shit.
Yeah.
It does. I
Yeah.
love that Tanto.
Yeah.
Look, it's a chisel grind, and I normally don't like chisel grinds. This was the knife that
It's a
got me to start
compound
like.
ship.
Yeah, it's the knife where I was like, okay, all right, I can do a chisel.
Shut up,
grind, all
Mersal.
right.
Dude, that's
I'm not
awesome.
supposed to be buying anything, but where's that out of? What's your guy's name? Atomic
the-
what?
The Atomic Punk.
How much that set you back, if you don't mind me asking?
Honestly, I traded him tattoos for it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did
So
you
so-
draw a bunch of little penises on him?
yeah, but don't tell him.
I got tattooed by a guy that had MS, and so
Uh-huh.
his hand, like, he couldn't hold things the way normal
Oh my
people.
god!
And
Really?
yeah, and his
That's
one
awesome.
ask was that I don't watch because he was kind of embarrassed by, and I don't know why, but he caught me looking, and he was drawing little dicks inside the fill.
Oh my god!
So I had
that
a
a
bunch of little
Jackass
dicks all
episode?
over my arm.
Hey, check this out, guys. I don't know if y'all know, y'all probably follow Jason, but he's got another page with like 11K followers called Jason Grant Tattoos.
Oh yeah, that's my tattoo page. Obviously.
Can y'all see that?
Yes.
That's just some of his work. If y'all want to like get into some of where the art comes from, dude, it's just next fucking level.
Yeah, I've been
I'll
tattooing
trade
for 30.
tattoos for knives. Where are you located?
I'm in Orange County, California.
Oh, that's a long ways away.
I said the same thing because I've always been planning the sleeve for my middle-aged
Dude, that
crazy.
tattoo looks
I
like a
really just
photo.
put it in overdrive.
I
I
want
would
a tattoo of a
definitely
dick on my dick.
Turn it over to Jason. But anyway,
I
I
got-
You
got
can make it bigger, right?
Yeah.
nice
I got
show.
it.
Just
Honey, look
Like
at me
that.
now.
Like 10%.
go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry, bud.
Oh no, I tattooed a therapeutic edge, and then his wife, she does what
Right,
is it?
right.
Peter and
Christine and Peter.
Yes. See, those are such nice people. Love
Are
both
they
of
still
them.
They're
around? I haven't
wonderful
seen
people.
anything pop up from them. Maybe it's just the algorithm.
They haven't. Well, no. Peter's been doing some shorts, but they said, I think it was last year before.
Oh,
Blake,
shit.
They were
Rip
taking
Knives?
some time off.
Yeah. Wait, Atomic Punk, isn't that Danny Yard?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that looked okay.
Yeah. Danny Yard,
Yeah.
that's his name.
No wonder. Yeah, he makes the
So Scotch is definitely buying something now.
Yeah, I've wanted one of his knives. He's got the Fury,
Yeah, this is Fury.
but then
Nick
there's
Fury?
another one.
Well, Jeffrey, I was trying
There's
to
a
get you
bigger
on there,
one.
buddy. Junior Miz, if you're ever looking for some skin art, the man in the frame right now is the guy to go to. But I remember when Peter and Christine came down there, they did a whole show that they were coming to see you.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, they're nice. I really liked them.
Well,
Hey,
dude, I
any of you-
appreciate you coming on, and I want you to keep that little slim S90V guy for me if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you want it, I'm just
I
gonna
do.
put.
I do. Just when you finish it, get me a price and be real with me, just a real price what you sell on Instagram for, and then I'll just PayPal you like I did.
Cool.
Love to try it. It looks really thin. It looks S90V, and I love your stuff.
Yeah, I'm just really trying to work on using different, steels now. I really like
You've
this
just been doing it a year.
Yeah, just a year. The satin's starting to look pretty decent.
The
though,
Russo,
yeah.
sorry. That's the other one.
That's beautiful right there.
This is just a J-Cal, a little guy.
Don't tell me it's available too.
It is. This is. The other two aren't. I have a couple other ones that are spoken for, but yeah,
Let's talk about those tomorrow morning. We will pretend those are gone.
cool. And then a little Bowie one.
Is
They're such
So-
great knives.
so G-Ball was whacking your knives or
He was whacking a bunch of
What it
knives.
sounds like.
a bunch of knives? Okay.
But he
Yeah.
started off, the video just happened to start off whacking that one because it's one of G-Ball's favorites. And that's kind of how he brought people, he was just doing, I don't think it was a G-Ball thing, but I think he should have, I would have reached out, just checked. But I'm different, right?
Well, there's a couple dudes that I'm positive I left a bad taste in their mouth because they like I said, 98% of the people that bought the grippers, awesome. There's a couple, not so much. And when you like lie and come across shady and hinky, I let you know. Like I don't fucking not tell you how I feel, if that makes sense.
Right,
And
right.
I was
I can
very
understand
honest
that
with
because you're
them.
an artist and you stand behind what you do. So at some point you feel attacked. And I get
Well,
that happens
30
with
years in a
improv.
tattoo shop, you don't really, that's not how we operate. Yeah, no. And I'm
Well,
like
dude, I appreciate you
ex-drug
coming on,
addict
man.
guy. Like I can, spot it, you got it type thing. Like I've had it, so I can spot it.
He's a good guy, though. I'm telling you, if you
Oh
reach
yeah,
out-
no, he seems fine. No, nothing against him. I was just bummed that the gripper was on there. You know what I mean? I was just bummed me out.
I totally get it, dude. I totally get it. But
Well,
that's
yeah,
what,
he's
like I
fine.
said,
I don't have anything against him. I get it. I get it. It's all good.
I'm just saying mine didn't fail, and then Metal Complex, who has like 500,000 subscribers, or close, spine whacked another knife that failed, and his didn't fail. So it's and he,
Well, when
he
you're
again
making-
made a public service announcement of be wary of thinking bad of knives that you in the future see videos coming up with people saying this lock failed because they're going to be doing that, especially smaller channels.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you make 300 to 500 knives at a time, I feel like you're going to have a couple that slip through the cracks, no matter
Absolutely.
what company it is, right? Like,
What's
anyways.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
harm, no foul, brother.
cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go watch some, what's that movie called? What is it?
It's called Hatched. And it's on Amazon.
Goosebumps. It's called Whacked. It's called Whacked. No, I better go watch Goosebumps with my kiddo right now.
Tell the family I
Wait
said
till
hello,
later
dude.
tonight. Hey, Jason, wait till later tonight and you watch Bad Nuns.
Hey, thank you guys for being here.
I'm pretty
Thanks
sure
for-
there was one with a nun.
Hey, buddy, I appreciate you always taking time to come hang out with us.
Right on, man. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
You too.
You too, buddy.
All right, guys.
You too.
I've really started liking this knife more, and I was really close to selling it. This is my Berg Blade Swing, It's
Yeah.
one that was made by Riot. And I fell for the height. But then the more, it's kind of paramilitary 2 size. Pocket Metal, you probably like this.
I might. It's one of those ones that fell under, like, if it didn't look like some other shit that I probably already have, then maybe I'd worry about buying it.
Did anybody get on the Spyderco second sale today?
I missed out. I got a text that it was going live. Did y'all find anything good?
No, my internet, like I said, I was on the
all
job
over
site
it.
and the internet was non-existent. So,
Jeffrey, I agree. I mean,
but when you can get a Spyderco for like, some nice ones for $70,
Oh yeah, it's cheap.
and
They sold
it
the
might just
seconds
have
at
a
Blade
tiny
Show.
flaw in the scale or a scratch on the blade. Sometimes they're real. I've seen them. Sometimes it's like a bad grind or the blade is scraping, but most of the time, guys that post them, they're like,
it could be a mark on the
find anything
T10.
wrong.
In at Blade Show that 2 years ago, they were selling the Maximate PM2s. They had a whole bunch of them. Shane got one, and it had just like a little smudge on the scale for like $82.
Yeah, and that's like a $200 some knife.
Yeah. Oh, it was, I think at
Retail?
the time, like $270.
Well, I'm fixing to go to bed, guys.
What's that?
I'm fixing to go to bed.
Someone's called you out for falling asleep on the stream.
Brother,
I
have a
haven't
good
told
one. I'm
you
glad
yet. I've been just sitting here listening.
This is
we're
been watching me yawn. I'm just like,
gonna have to invite Stevie on a live because I really think their beards are getting close. What do you think? You think Dark Gravity's beard's getting as full as Uncle Stevie's? You're not looking.
Metal's
I
close
mean,
to
are you guys
mine.
going for like Santa? I mean, are you Santa Claus?
He could be if he had a hat on and a little white. If he dyed his beard white.
Pocket
All I know
Metal's
is-
closer to Santa than I am.
All I know is it keeps getting caught in my zipper and it drives me fucking nuts.
My wife keeps making me shave my. All she can say is like, "Boy, there is so much gray now."
It makes you look older than you are quicker.
That's what she goes. "Have
Dude,
you looked at
embrace
pictures
the
from like
gray.
2 years ago?"
Yeah, people
Like,
don't think
thanks.
people think I dye my hair because it's so dark. It's like, no, just the beard went.
I made
gray
the
really quick.
mistake. What is up, B for Ben? I made the mistake on my Instagram feed of clicking on this beautiful silver-haired woman. I'd say she's probably in her 50s, maybe early 60s. And so then the algorithm could probably tell that my heart
That's still
was
young for you.
fluttering, and I was getting served these. And as I clicked on them, I realized that I was feeding the algorithm. And now I've realized that there's just this whole genre of hot Instagram grandmas out there. It's bizarre.
I'd rather you be looking at that than them fucking other videos you like to talk
Make
about.
that
way too much.
videos.
Dude, those are great. Let me go right here.
It's not even that. It's just that he goes down this rabbit hole with it about fucking the drama of bullshit. I wish he'd start making makeup videos instead of talking
Dude,
about
it's
it.
so
That would
good.
be. All of a sudden, he's just a
All right, I'm gonna share. I'll probably get like I did when I showed that mountain girl and she copyright struck me. We'll make sure we don't play any of her stuff.
What is that? Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. What is the one where they have fucking the guy with the crazy eyes putting the lipstick on and he's making his like list of people he's attacking? That's Javon.
Oh, that was Steve. That was Steve.
Steve Buscemi, yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I just don't remember which movie it's from. That
was Happy Gilmore. Or no, that was Billy Madison.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
That's what Javon does when we're done.
Can y'all still see that?
He puts on his lipstick and
There you go.
puts his list of people he's going to attack.
All right. Let's first of all, we've got a like Countess Anne's story.
What do we look
Fuck
at?
that.
She's so sweet, dude. She's such a nice person. She reached out to me once when the second scammer had my account.
John, I'm not going to lie. You sound like a stalker.
I am.
Like you're like, oh, that's such a great person. We talk all the time. And it's like,
We talked about this earlier. This is like that officer Naps, right? They're such a nice person. She's fallen on hard times.
Y'all will see a lot of my personality as we scroll through my timeline. I forgive.
As Javon's bleeding out in his tub because she met
I was
up
trying
and
to get
said,
some of the grandmoms to pop up so y'all would see I'm not crazy. Maybe it is a thing. Maybe it is the older you get. Maybe y'all will go, ooh. I'm just curious if I can, but it's not going to start feeding me.
I don't know what are we supposed to? What are we looking out here for?
We're looking for some of the grandmas that just randomly get served up. The grandmas in bathing suits, but I'm not getting served any. I guess it knows I'm.
I think. Hey, that was mine. Hey, I recognize that one.
Joey Roman, guys, if y'all aren't following this dude, if y'all like fixed blades, give him some love, because at one time he was shutting down, and I think he's decided to keep making knives because Instagram was blocking him so much and limiting what his visibility was. But I've got one of his knives. He does some cool stuff, and it's reasonable. It's made here in the USA, and I'm not going to get served to grandma, so I'm going to. Yeah.
It helped. Hey, John, it helped you say his name. It helped you said Joey Roman's name.
Joey Roman Jr. So when you go up here to look for him, and I'll put him in the chat. Let's pull him up.
I'm surprised you're not talking about old grandmas.
What is that? Good grandma. Go back. Wait a minute. Who are you talking to?
That's what I was trying to show you what I was talking about. The type of ladies I got. I'll send you again. We'll go back to
called
that.
Good grandma. You just
But this
opened
is
up a
the
rabbit
type of
hole,
stuff-
Javon.
The one I've got is the mini Tonto. Let me show it to you. It's way
For
down
fuck's
here,
sake.
and I got it at the Jason Brown raffle. I bought it from. I think Tree Stabbing Troy actually was bidding for me against it. He and I were bidding for it. He won it, and then like 6 months later, he sent it to me. Just doing a DSAFS. Let me show it to you.
Oh shit! Next thing you know,
Hey,
Javon's going to be
everybody-
supporting some Eastern European grandmas.
He's sending pennies a day to pet
Dude, I hope
shelters
not.
and to
I'm the
kids in
kind of guy that would
Africa.
fall. I'm the kind of guy that would fall for that shit. I fit the profile. I fit the
Who
profile.
was that
I
actress?
fit the
God
profile.
help me that I never go to OnlyFans.
Who was the actress in those
Very similar
commercials
to
from
what I
back
got.
then?
But I'm trying to get the exact knife.
Javon's trying to get this
Bunch
senior
actor or
discount. That's
something?
hilarious.
Let me throw them up here in the
You got
chat.
Sugar Man is in.
I was gonna say, as many knives as Joey posts, I doubt you're gonna find it.
No, I think maybe I will. There's Joey, guys. If y'all are interested, if y'all like following knife makers, this guy's. And I know I'm not going to find the exact knife. I'm just trying to find a mini Tanta.
I thought we were looking for old ladies.
We are about to do that. It's kind of.
I want to see them messages again. Get back over there.
I'm so lost.
They weren't in the messages.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
No, it was over here when I went search. It was right here.
I have
Good
no
grandma.
idea.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
The one
sending
that I wanted
chili
y'all to
peppers to
see,
good
the one that's
grannies.
worth seeing, and this one has been in the hot grandma. Is the one. I don't follow her, but she's got 33,000 followers. She's a grandma.
She's a grandma? Bullshit.
She's obviously enhanced, right? So I know she's not all that.
No, they come naturally looking like Nerf balls.
No. But see, I'm trying to think, how do we go from her to similar type of? Let's go to
It was
Explorer.
enhanced by Tupperware.
Explorer usually serves me up a lot of weird shit. Hold
Jesus
on.
Christ.
No, I've never done it on a desktop.
Now, John, you know how algorithms work. If you're getting served up something, it's because you've been searching that.
Or
I like
you
the guy with the
stop long
penis
enough.
nose.
Let's go hot moms.
That penis nose is on point.
See, hot moms have even gotten too young for me.
Jesus Christ, Javon.
That's why I've got to go with the grandma. Right?
Next week's like, guys, I found this site, greatgrandmas.com.
Oh my
No,
God,
I don't want that. Yeah.
This is gone in a place I did not think it was going to.
That was not good. That was not good.
So do you guys remember that
Give me
Javon
something
channel
good.
on
Give me something
YouTube?
good.
Yeah, I heard he got deleted for showing
Oh my
Bad
God.
nose and grandma.
porn.
That was a grandma in leather straps just a minute ago, and I did not think I was going to see that
Go
tonight.
follow Joey.
I've got a great idea, though.
So y'all can see what I'm talking about.
I think I'm going to open
That woke
a
up
stream
Dark
of
Gravity right away, though. I'm going to say that his eyes went from like this to
Old
like,
people bars.
I don't know if I woke up or not.
Come in and
We went from bad nuns to old dirty grandmas.
where did Javon go?
He went to look for a dirty grandma.
Oh, mine's not Mexican blanket, my Carta, but this is my little Joey Roman. It's got that python, my Carta.
See, John sits around the house and you'll hear him say a lot, she puts the lotion on her skin, or she gets the hose again.
Have you started? We got to get you back to work.
So this is a little hologram here. And it's flat here, but it's a chisel.
Oh,
So it's
Jesus.
really easy to sharpen. You can tell I haven't done a great job sharpening it, but I've done it off my hand,
Dude,
and it is very sharp.
I closed my eyes for 5 seconds, and we went from elderly women in leather straps to chisel ground blade. I feel like I'm time traveling here.
I felt like we needed to go full circle.
Oh my
I want to
God.
get back to like the long, like that scammer. How much of a long con is that? I don't have that.
It's been going on for a couple of years.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like this, the latest one, because you guys, I know because I was listening to you guys. You guys were talking about him on Monday because he was interacting in your guys' live stream.
He-
We were suspicious.
Monster Racing is
It's time
Shane,
and effort you have to put
Shane
in
has
for
got
the payoff.
away.
Go.
He
get
wasn't
a
on my
fucking
stream,
raise.
was he?
Y'all have to help me out. We haven't drawn for the Asher yet, have we?
What?
We're getting ready to do that because we're running out of time.
Monster Racing has been scamming for at least a couple of years now.
Yeah, since
Yeah.
I've been in the community, and what's ironic about it is Shane and I weren't great friends. We were great friends, but we weren't. Neither one of us had YouTube channels, and we were really close because we had been in Grateful Panic slots a lot together. And he reached out to me and said,
What
"Hey
the
man, I
fuck is
think you're
Pocket
being
Metal
taken
doing?
advantage of." Huh?
Oh, I was going to say goodnight. I'm going ready to eat dinner.
Dude, are you leaving?
Oh,
Yeah, I got, food calls.
Rub the furries and tell Shimmy that we said, "Hey, I appreciate you stopping by."
I will do. I hope I see y'all on Monday. Now y'all have a good night.
We'll do it,
good
brother.
night.
Have a good weekend, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, I'm picking up the random YouTube comment. You guys talk for a second. I'll go behind the scenes.
What's going on?
Running this Asher giveaway video.
Well, while you set that up, John, I'm fixing to go to bed myself, sir.
How much longer are we gonna be on?
We're finishing up, guys. But if y'all need to go, y'all go anytime.
I might
And
have to go to the bathroom.
reach out to me, brother. I'll tell you what I did.
Who? You? Me?
Yeah, I did something irresponsible. I can't really say right now because the unboxing could be tomorrow. I don't want to ruin it.
Well, you went in right into
Brother
a custom
Clarko.
strider or something?
Huh? No, but
You went right into the
it was
custom
more wild
side?
than that. But Carco
He
did
wants
me
to
right.
he wants to confess his sins.
I do. Call me
They're
tomorrow
not
or after
sins.
midnight if you're up. You're gonna be asleep.
They're not. Who, me?
No, Dark Gravity. I told him he could call me after midnight. If you're up, call me. I'll tell you what I did.
Just three-way call. I'm gonna just be in the theater, watching TV by myself.
All right, dude.
You should watch Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. That's a great movie, man.
I know. I was trying to get my son and daughter-in-law to watch it.
Short Circuit
bet they-
2. Yeah,
Short Circuit 1's good.
it is the best.
Hey guys, you gonna do
25.
anything tomorrow night? You two?
I was gonna watch. Well, I started watching Indiana Jones, the latest one.
No. It's just a money grab before Harrison Ford dies.
Boy, it's
It's not
not
that
good so
good?
far. I'm 20 minutes and I'm just like, and Oppenheimer. I passed. I fell asleep during that last week, so I'm gonna try and do that one tonight.
All
I
right.
don't. I'm gonna sleep.
You're gonna go sleep.
Yep.
All right,
I'll be
brother.
up.
Do this.
My
Call me
granddaughter's
tomorrow.
coming over at 4. So
Don't call me that
In the
early.
morning?
Call me around 11 o'clock, and I'll tell you what I did.
all right. Yeah. My
Shoot me your
son's
number.
going
Just
hunting.
put me on Instagram. Let me know what you did. What'd you buy? I want to know what you bought.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you off camera. I don't want to ruin it because, like I said, the unboxing should be very epic.
You know,
All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
You too, brother.
Good night, everybody. Y'all stay out of trouble.
Appreciate you coming, Dark Gravity.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. We've got 74 comments, which is about right. Autumn Wind, what is up? All right, guys, I'm going to share the screen, and we are going to do the first giveaway for the Asher Spiro in S35. All right, where is it? Let's check it again. 74. Good luck, guys.
And the winner is Officer Naps.
Michael Upchurch. Congratulations, Michael. Michael is a regular. Give me a second, guys. Then I'll switch out the links. Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations, buddy. You just won the Spiro. I think I've got your address, but I'm about to throw my email up there, and shoot me an email. Michael, I'm writing it down here so you don't have to say what knife, but just make sure I got your address. Hold on one second, and then we'll get to the Kaiser.
The Kaiser. All right,
Maybe
I'll
we'll
see you
have
on.
another
I'll see you
station.
on Stevie's and Mammoth. I gotta run the. I gotta.
All right, brother. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man.
I'll see you. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm available next weekend.
All right,
Next
dude.
Friday.
We'll
Yeah, hit me
definitely
up, let me
rally it
know.
up. If you're,
Let me know.
tell me what you're doing tomorrow. We'll talk. Let's
Let me
talk
know
on
your
Instagram
sins.
before then.
Let me
Because
know.
I'm like,
I'm not
I'm
doing
doing something
anything. I
tomorrow
might go
night too. If you're
shotgun with the
free,
wife, but just wait. You're gonna fall down the rabbit hole and be like, oh, look at all these.
dude. I
There's
took I went to the
it's-
fork in the road today,
It's
and I
like
went straight.
it's like I get it, like pocket metals with the GEC, right, with the numbers and the, because there's just so many variations. They're so different.
I feel like I should just show you.
Nah, don't do it. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, I'll reach out to me. I'll send you a picture.
All right, yeah, shoot me out. Yeah, just me on Instagram. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and
All right, brother.
I'll see you on. I'll try and be on. What time is their thing at?
In about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. All right, I'll try and be on there. I'll be
All
on
right,
there
bro.
while I'm trying not to fall asleep during a movie.
Love you, dude.
All right. Peace, guys. See you guys next weekend.
See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Mateo, it's this one right here. I got to put the link back up in the chat. Let me find that link, and I'll pin it. The member giveaway. It was right here. If you haven't left a comment yet, hold on. Let me copy it. Let me come back here. Let me bring that back here. Post that. I probably should post it in the other one. Hold on, guys. It's when I try to multitask, it is a freaking nightmare. I apologize. I should be a better driver. All right. Take me all the way down so I can pin that comment. For some reason, I apologize, guys. Congratulations, Michael at Church. Why is this? All right, let me find my link so I can pin it. I'll post it again. Paste. Post. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to pin this. Replace pin message. All right, so y'all check and verify that for me, that the new pin message is the member giveaway, and then we'll have a random real quick before we go. But I don't want to run into their time too much. So this is a Kaiser Blade Series, Matthew Dagan, or Dagnu. See if it looks better over here. See if y'all can see that spine there. Well, it's got Matthew's name on the spine. It's S35VN. It's a flipper knife. Frame lock. Very ergonomic, even in its back grip. And you've got this great choke up choil. It is very slicey for a thicker bladed knife. Well, And I wish y'all could see that spine. Well, anyway. So that's going to be our member giveaway. But the deal is there. Everybody needs to go up and do it because I've got to make the video disappear so I can pull it into the YouTube comment generator. And then we'll do one final StreamYard random giveaway for those of you that step around. Take care, pizza operator, brother. Love you, dude. So I'm going to go up here now. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to leave a comment in the member video. So I'm going to go behind the scenes real quick. Oh. And I am going to try to find it. Playlist. I've got to update my playlist, guys. I apologize. I've got to do a disassembly playlist. Try to organize my shit. All right, guys. I'm filtering visibility. That. Copy this. I apologize, guys. I have to talk to myself. I'm going to make this now unlisted. Ooh. Ooh. Private. YouTube comment picker. Ooh. Bear with me, guys. I'm making progress, I hope. Uh-oh. All right, we got to do something real quick. Save, which I didn't do. Then copy. Then paste. Then go down here. All right, guys, we have 37 unique comments for the Kaiser giveaway. And then we'll have another surprise little giveaway in the chat. Good luck, channel members, for this week's channel episode 50 of Friday Night Flicks. That's wild to me. Good luck, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Mind of Milton. Brother, Mind of Milton is this week's winner of the Kaiser. Mind of Milton, you do not have to be here to win. If you are, I'm going to drop my email in here. If not, I'll reach out to you with my email. And just shoot me your address at gmail.com. Congratulations, buddy. And I appreciate every single one of you. Members, non-members, all of you guys. It takes everybody to make me be able to do this. And I do appreciate it. Because if nobody watched my stuff, I wouldn't be motivated to do it. And you guys really do. I love the community. I love hanging out with you guys. I promise anything you see from me, it might not be scientific, but I always say that. I'm not a hard user guy, but I'll always tell you how they make me feel. That's just kind of really what I feel like I can bring to it, which when I was first getting into knives, that's really what I liked about them. How they felt, how they made me feel when I carried them, how they worked for the light tasks that I use. But this is a great knife, and I want to let everybody get to Stevie's, but I want to do one more random. And it's a cool little knife. Hold on one second, guys, because I didn't write Mind of Milton down. Sorry, guys. If I don't write it down, I will forget it. It will have never happened. But what we're going to give away now is a super cool little micro fixed blade. And we're just going to do it in the chat. Let me show you what we got. So this is a knife that I picked up on White Mountain Knives a while back. They don't have it in stock now. I've got a chain that I'll ship with it right here. I've carried it with different ulti clips. I've carried it mainly as a neck knife because it is called the Micro Mini. But it is a super cool knife. It is a M390. Micarta handle. Wears great as a neck knife. Or again, you can put any type of clip on it. But it's this wicked little tanto where you've got this hollow grind here and this flat here. Again, it's M390. It looks like a night morning design. And it's just a little beast of a neck knife or a pocket dropper knife. If you want to pocket drop it and you win it, let me know and I'll try to find, I've got straps. Let me know how you want to carry it. But anyway, that's what we're going to give away. And then we'll be done and we can go see Stevie. But give me 2 seconds. Let me pull up our little random giveaway picker here. And I appreciate you all sticking around. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for Friday Night Flicks. I know sometimes it gets crazy. I hope, you guys have a good time. I definitely enjoy it. And it's kind of the highlight of my week. And as I say that, tomorrow night for Off the Edge, it's going to be an Off the Edge light. Brother Lefty is going to try to join, but he's got his parents keeping their little girl. And I've told him if they want to go out for a date, do something like that, don't feel like he needs to, feel obligated, that I'll do it. So we'll be together tomorrow night if y'all are looking for something to do. So we're going to call this, let me make this one easy where we don't have hashtags. We don't have capital letters. Whoops. Start collecting. All right, guys, I'm going to share this with you. Throw this up in the chat. Do it kind of quick, because I don't want to cut into said faction. But all lowercase, no hashtag, mini Dixie. And I know I probably spelled that wrong. Mind and Milton, congratulations, brother. Shoot me an email at kniveslive2021@gmail.com, my man. And you have got up on the box, or a box just like it, a nice Kaiser box, but the Matthew Dagan Guru, which is a banger. Congratulations, brother. And now everybody just put Mini Fixie in there. We got 63 people in here, so I definitely want at least most of y'all. We got 28 entries so far, so drop some Mini Fixies in there. And guys, it's a good one. Like I say, it's Scott Brew, thank you, brother. I'll stop sharing for just a second. But this is a banger little knife. If you want to see if a small fixed blade kind of is a good enhancement to your EDC and you're looking for something to open boxes, cut cord, just have a knife that's not going to close on you. Knife Nut 69, thank you, buddy. 4 months, guys. That means more to me than y'all know. And I swear to God, I hope all y'all win some of my knives. Because these are knives, with the exception of those 2 Bosties, they're nice enough to send me knives every now and then and let me pass them on after I review them. And they don't tell me how to review them. I don't know. I told you guys, y'all might see it now, but somebody won a fixed blade on Friday Night Flicks one night. And it was a mystery fixed blade. And that was a fixed blade that they had at Blade Show. And they were asking me how to do a sheath for it. And I talked to him about Kydex and how to use Kydex and use the jimping that's on that knife to do a proper sheath. So somebody won that knife. It's a prototype of a knife that's now, I've seen it in the market, but I haven't seen it for sale yet. I will buy one. The TS150 is fantastic, Crispy. That was almost the giveaway tonight, but I can't part with it yet. It has such a special place in my heart. Let's see how many people have put it in, because Stevie and they're about to start. 39 entries. We've got 63 people, guys. So anybody else that wants in, let me put it back up there so y'all can see it. Hold on. And y'all throw this in the chat. And you got to be someone that we all know. Can't be a total stranger. We want this to go to somebody who's, that we know. All right, guys. Let's see how many we got. 39. We seem to be holding steady at 39. I'm going to say going once, going twice. I'm getting ready. Crew wearing the best got in there. I'm getting ready to do a 10-second countdown. And you guys, good luck. 10, 9, we're up to 41 entries. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be, this is just a bonus for the little Tucson mini fixie. Salamando. Brother Salamando. Congratulations, man. Salamando, before you get out of here, let me drop my email back in here. And all you got to do is just shoot me an email with your address, 2021 at gmail.com. I've got you written down so I know which one you won. What? I almost banned myself. How the fuck do I? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Shoot me an email there, guys. I appreciate. B. Shady, what's up, brother? Josh Worth, what's up? Channel members both. Autumn Wind, great to see you, buddy. Man, I appreciate all you guys spending time with me, hanging out my little weird knife journey, because that's what it is. And it's just, it is what it is. I love it, but I love you guys more. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be doing Off the Edge Light. Lefty might join me, might not. Might have some guests. Might just be hanging out. But y'all come by if you can. I love each and every one of you. Please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Ed Harrison. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, man. Channel member. I appreciate you, dude. Member for 8 months. I appreciate the support more than you'll ever know, brother. I love you guys. Look out for each other. See you over at Said Faction. See you tomorrow night. Y'all have a great rest of the evening and early morning. I'll be there with y'all on the couch. Love you guys.